Hello. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. I'm like waving at the chat and y'all can't even see me. What is going on, everyone? I've been a little busy. Sorry, I lost track of time. And then when I got on here, I found out that I can actually, in StreamYard, I can use, I could show the chat on the screen. So it would, yeah, the whole, like instead of like on your YouTube or if you're watching from somewhere else or whatever, it will show it actually on the screen, like next to me or something. And I'm like, okay, well, where's that setting? So I went to look for it and I'm looking for it. I'm like, it's not there. Where is it? Okay, but you're supposed to have this plan for it. And I'm like, well, I have that plan. So where is it? And I can't find it. So that's what took me a minute. I'm not sure if Kendra's coming on. I know she received the link, but Robbie will be on. So we're just chilling out. Tori will not be here. She was live earlier. And, you know, she's a little poop. She hasn't got all of her energy back yet. But when she's ready, she'll come back on and join us. So I've just been going through a lot of the storage stuff that we got out of those units and tossing stuff away and saving stuff and going through it and things like that all day. So anyhow, how are all of you doing? Let's see who's here. Let's do our romper room thing. Hi, Tammy and Mindy, John Caps. Hello, I have something to show you. Connie, Strat Lover, Ray Bone Crushes here. Darby, King Paco, Georgia, Martha, Babs, Bernadette, John Cook, what's up? Monica, Jody P, Meg's, hold on. Sorry, one of those love bugs flew on my arm. Meg's what? Is ready to play a clip of you on Rumble Monday if you say to go after her husband and kids. Why would I say to go after her husband? Okay, first off, she is going after Megan's entire family, and she thinks it's okay to. Going after her husband and kids. What is she worried about? Is she worried about the fact that she's going after people's families? And she's worried that they're going to come after hers? Why is it that anybody on Jeremy Hale's side of Minions think that it's okay for them to do the things that they're doing? They're allowed to report, they're allowed to defame, they're allowed to harass, and nobody else can even report. And if they do, God forbid, your family gets attacked, your husband gets attacked and doxxed. Isn't that what she did to me? I believe that's what she did to me. So, and how long ago was that? And she continues to do it, and I've not yet said one thing about her husband or her children. I have not said anything about that. But I can say people who, you know, live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I can tell you that. You know, that's crazy. Sorry, Jody. I know you were trying to tell me something, but that irritates me because I'm going to get on Meg tonight. Ernie, what's up? Let me scroll. Hello, hello. I literally right before coming live, I'm getting so many emails right now telling me that Megan is losing her shit and going off on everybody and then me. Let her have fun with it. All I can tell you is that woman is one speculative bitch. And that's it. Now I'm going to keep my cool because here's the thing. I haven't lost my morals or my self-respect like she has. Okay. She wants to call people bitches and shit like that. She's gonna get that thrown right back at her. But I know how to freaking handle it. I say what I gotta say, and that's the end of it. Okay, you want to keep bringing shit up? Okay, let's play. You went on a rampage for what was it now? 4 days. 4 days about someone you don't know. You think she's got a mental health problem, and you're still going after her. But yet you're saying it's bad for someone to do something, but you're doing it. While you're doing it, you're attacking someone about their health issues. Man, I don't mean to go right into this. I want to keep saying my hellos. Cal Crazy, Bonnie, Flip Flop, what's going on? Chat Love, I think I said hi. Deborah, Nine Chins, what's happening? Lindsay, Jared, Milltown, just saying her Muppet joke is a new one. No, it's not. And, you know, the Muppets are created by Jim Henson. It's owned by Disney. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna like the way or appreciate the way she's playing games like that. Hey, Lisa, MoMagic, MoMagic, Magic. Why Monday? Why not now? Oh yeah, they gotta have a few days to make shit up. Probably. Hey, Joy, Tim, Kim Shu. Oh my gosh. By the way, I am losing my voice. Hey, Silverheart, Ed, Tank Girl, Jackie Ridge. Hi, Patty. They're all, I know they're in here because they're listening. They act like they don't. They say they don't, but they seem to be able to hang on to some words and then twist it. They're getting it from somewhere. MF Cairo, hello. Keep Jess, what's happening? What's going on? Is a dude digging in the tard today, cut through the cable phone wire, and don't have internet until Sunday. Not happy. Oh, no. Stay, Flutter. I'm sorry. It's been a rough few days. That's for damn sure. She will get her due. She will, because she thinks, I'm a journalist. I have free speech. I can say whatever the hell I want. Okay. Again, there is a line that you cross when it comes to your First Amendment rights and stuff like that, that when it turns into harassment. There is a line, and she's crossed it quite a few times. She's defamed people thinking she's going to get away with it. Why don't you sue her? They said to her on her, because, I got kids that go to college. I got this I got to do. Really? So you think it's okay to basically walk into other people's lives, and in order to shut your mouth up and stop you from harassing them, they got to sue you? And you think that it doesn't take anything out of their lives? You're talking. I don't care if you found any kind of court record, okay? You're literally talking about someone's mental health, and you're saying you don't believe it. You're saying you're putting all this shit out there. You're just freaking lying, man. You don't know. If you don't know, don't say anything. That's why you're a bullshit artist. I have people that want me to talk about things all the time. And I turn around and I say, well, if I can't vet it, I'm not going to talk about it. And that's how she should be if she's a real serious journalist. I mean, that's the way I think anyway. Not every journalist is going to be the same way. I only want to put what's true out there. You know what I mean? And if something is speculative, I will say it. Like, for instance, you want to go off on lawyers? Gee, have we all forgotten about Shocket? The dude who was a dentist who defrauded the government for money, lied about it, didn't give two shits about it, couldn't get a bar license in Arkansas, so he came to Florida. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll about that, peeps. Let's see. Do we think that Shocket was legit and filled out his application for the bar, the bar in Florida, and put the information in there? Or do we think he left it out? What do we think? So did they not know about it? Did they know about it and agree to give him a license anyway? Let's talk about that, because I don't think Leslie did that. I definitely know Bruce didn't do anything like that. Who the hell? They're starting to attack Bruce's lawyer now. What? How about the main lawyer that started all this shit and is in cahoots with Hales to create all this crap, not giving two shits because he's making money? He's not pro bono. He's not helping out. He's getting paid, and he don't care. And we already know how greedy he is. He'll take money from the government and lie about it and not care about it, nor will he, apologize for what he did. None of it. Okay? So did he lie by omission, or did he, he put it in there and they just didn't care? Florida didn't care, because I think somebody needs to answer for that shit, because he was also involved in some kind of insurance thing in Florida, and I think it's pretty questionable. I think we should be questioning the attorney that's suing 12 people, 11 people. And they're talking about everybody else's attorneys, or an attorney that's just giving legal information, not advice. She's talking about the case, and she's talking about what the law says about the case. And these people went and attacked the fuck out of her in a massive way. Excuse my French, guys. Sometimes I throw that F-bomb. But And then you're talking about felons and criminals and all this other stuff, and then you go and bring on another attorney who is literally facing charges and is supposedly going to jail. And he's like laughing about his cease and desist. If these are the kind of people you hang out with, then we don't expect, he's for what? Drugs? What is that? Oh, and I believe you also, what did you do? You wrote a letter on his behalf to the judge? So what did you say? He got caught with drugs? Oh, sorry, people screw up. Please don't be so hard on him. What'd you do? I mean, it's ridiculous. I know I saw it, but I don't have it in front of me. I feel bad for my language the way too. Spring. I know. I'm sorry. Well, I do throw the F-bomb a lot. I just normally don't do it on here. You do not have the right to remain unoffended. Yeah, I know. What did you say? If you feel offended, then, maybe stay off the internet. Really? That's what you tell people? So it's okay for you to offend people and attack them on a constant basis in a malicious way, which is exactly what they've been doing. They have been malicious. And you know what's funny? They're trying to say, no one told us to do this. We have our own channels. Nobody told us to do that. Well, you know what, Megan? Maybe you want to correct your buddy Jay Hip that you recruited, because some of these guys that are under you minions, like Travis with the big mouth over what the hell's, and then you have, your little minions, and even you with your big mouth, you let the shit slip all the time. And your little buddy Jay, who I don't even know how anybody listens to that guy, because just like Tug, he's even harder to listen to than Tug. Because I went back to watch what the hell he was talking about with Leslie and stuff. And I won't be doing that again. But he's literally telling everybody, oh no, we all did this all on ourselves. Really? Because what happened? Oh, Megan called him and Tug called him asking him if he was okay. Well, why are they asking if you're okay? Oh, well, because he got the cease and desist. How did they know you got a cease and desist? How did they know that? Oh, it wasn't the cease and desist. No? Oh, okay. What was it? Oh, the lawsuit was filed. That's what it was. How did they know the lawsuit was filed? Who told them the lawsuit was filed? When only Jay Hip and Germ knew about it. So if they called you, who told them that a lawsuit was filed? Let's hear it, guys. Come on. We all know who the leader is and who told her about it. Because we know she's not sitting there looking in Orange County, Florida, refresh, trying to find out if a lawsuit's been filed. Germ. Exactly. So Germ notified Megan and Tug, and both of them called up Jay. And next thing you know, they're all going on their lives. They all told this one. This one knows what Shizzy's doing next. That one knows what Jay's doing next. Yes, that's how it happened. You all got together. You guys shared information. You shared, which is fine. But that's a conspiracy to maliciously attack and dox Leslie. Maliciously. You harassed her. You're continuing to do it today. And you're all over. Why is she throwing out the thing that Lisa's going to say something about her kids or her husband? Why would she do that? They've been spewing so much crazy shit and lies. They said that Leslie contacted Jeremy's kids. No, she did not. Where did that even come from? She did not contact Jeremy's children. That's a freaking outright lie. Okay? They're making shit up as they go. I have a whole bunch of notes, but I pretty much think that I hit a lot of it. Oh my goodness, it's crazy, and it does irritate me that these people get away with it. They're admitting their conspiracy. It's fine. Let them get unhinged. Let them. The more unhinged they get, the more guilty they show they are, and the more they're going to get themselves in trouble. Keep fueling that fire, because I'm telling you right now, it will end up in a lawsuit. And if you think you're okay by your freedom of speech, you're not with what you're doing. Meg and Tug. All of them. They're defaming so many people here. They can bait me all they want. If that's what they're doing, that's fine. What they're doing is wrong. You know what I mean? They can bait me. I don't care. I'm sitting here standing up for what they're doing to other human beings, people with lives, people that have families, people that, have careers, just because you may have a mental health problem and you don't even know what it is and you're spewing it. And then you're speculating. You read two sentences of something and you go off in some tangent. Read the whole thing and let people come up with their own mind. Is it true they pulled the files on Leslie's old lawsuit, yet Volpe pulling file was too far? That's what I'm saying. Like, they're able to do things and nobody else can. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a reporter, you're going to vet shit. Oh my God. Tug and Megan never vets shit. But she's on a mission. Okay? And her mission, where it came from, don't know. All I know is someone was pissed Sunday night and definitely made a phone call by Monday morning. They think that they're above everyone and they can do everything. Oh, I know. Sorry, I was taking a drink. What cracks me up is my little channel bothered them so much. But it bothers them because I speak truth. So, by the way, Megan, you need a freaking landscaper. The bitch lives in freaking weeds. Ugh. Anyway. Yeah, because we had to figure out where to serve her. Yep. So, we got that info. And, yeah. She lives in weeds. She really shouldn't be talking about people's properties. And by the way, with those breadsticks, why don't you get yourself a better vehicle? Just saying. You want me to start being a bitch? I can be. You want to start talking about people's properties and cars they have and things like that? You really shouldn't talk, Megan. I wonder what her neighbors think. Her neighbors have nicer homes than she does. Anyway. She's probably the bad neighbor on that block. Just saying. Ugh. Anyway. Yeah, there's lots of notes from the past 2 nights of those morons. But I just want to talk about the Takedown Act. Okay, Megan's now harping on. There's a law. There's now a federal law. The federal law was signed on Monday. Okay, but as far as she keeps bringing up this revenge porn, okay, that Leslie aired. Hold on a sec. Now, first of all, Leslie did not create this satire parody that was posted publicly. It was not created by Leslie. And it was brought up in the lawsuit, which makes it public record. Okay? Public record. What are you going to do when a jury wants to see what that video is? Are you going to cry it can't be seen? Or it's a takedown act? It was entered into public record. You could thank your germ for that. But yeah, it's public record in a court case, Megan. So going after her for airing it is bullshit. She did not create it. Somebody else did, and you know who did. A lot of you already know who did. But she's just trying to, justify her actions by claiming, that Leslie published the revenge porn. Leslie had no following on YouTube. She was asked to interview the defendants, I being one of them, and Rich showed a video. And, he had already published it. That is not Leslie publishing revenge porn. It was already published and referenced in Hales' lawsuit. Leslie basically just, she interviewed the defendants, why they were being sued, and Rich was allowed to play the video he's being sued for. It's that simple. So clearly that it's in the lawsuit. It was published before she interviewed anybody. Leslie's doing okay. But yeah, so it was published. It's public record in the lawsuit. It's that simple. So basically, it would have to be determined if this, criteria is even, technically revenge porn, which people would argue that it wasn't, then she'd have to show that Leslie created it, which she did not. And as clear as day, she did not. So, you read the lawsuit. Hales is the one that filed it. So she needs to get off her little bum. She's using that as a way to attack Leslie. And she's doing it in a very serious, defaming way. But if she's worried about her kids or husband being mentioned, well, maybe she shouldn't be mentioning, other people's families. I mentioned that I saw that MLS is suing Jerem. I'm not sure if it's true. I have not looked at the case, believe it or not. I've been busy, and I actually do have to answer it. So, and it was on a live broadcast, and no request to have it edited, reviewed, received. I think. Yeah. First of all, she has to ask to have it redacted or removed. She didn't do that. She didn't do that at all. So, and Megan should know this. And she didn't do that. She's using it to keep it up there so she could piss and moan and bitch about it. Well, guess what? It is gone now. So, is ever going to end? Yeah, it will one day. It will one day. But trust me, there's going to be tons of games played in between. It's a bunch of bullshit. So let's say. What else? I just made notes going through, Tug was mentioning showing all these background people surrounding her, all kinds of different walks of life, and how she could, because of her name, now Jeremy's tied into it. Look, Jeremy has his own peeps with crazy backgrounds that he's tied in. Jeremy himself, okay, is questionable. All right. I don't know why they're not vetting him. I don't know why they think things he's done is okay. I mean, in his court documents alone, he's admitted to all the shit that his wife accused him of. And it's funny because his wife didn't ask for much. If he wants to try and say that his wife is a woman scorned, bullshit. Because she could have went after him, and she did not. She was very fair in their divorce. The only thing that she questioned in the divorce paperwork was the fact that he would not bring his children around, immediate new girlfriends and stuff. Why? Because he's a cheater, number one, and she didn't want her children around that. Like if he would have met George and then they were dating for quite a long time and stuff like that, yeah, it would have been a different story, but not these fly-by-nights. And I understand that completely. Not introducing another significant other until it's deemed, it's a relationship, a real, true, ongoing relationship. I get that. But other than that, it doesn't even look like there's alimony there. I mean, it doesn't look like from what I see. But, he did take money from his kids and he bought the house in Worcester. So he bought the house. He's refurbishing the house. If he had $30,000 or 9 times, $27,000 that he took, in change, whatever it may be. Okay, why on earth is he telling everybody that he was practically homeless, had no electric, no heat, no nothing? You mean to tell me that he wasn't able to put electric on in that house? I think he's full of shit. I absolutely think he's full of shit. I don't believe a word he's saying. I bet you every girlfriend he had in that house will tell you that there was electric and stuff in the house. He made money. Let's think about this for a second. He had a property that had apartments in it that he did not have a mortgage on when he got divorced. So he made rent on a monthly basis. Apparently there's 4 apartments, possibly more now. I don't know. But let's just say there's 4 properties there. And they're each getting, hold on a second. I think, did Robbie go live? Hold on. 1 second. I think Robbie might have, unless that's old. Did Robbie just go live or eGator? Hold on. Hugs, please. Yeah, he did. Robbie's on an eGator. Hold on. Let me call him. I'm going to see if I can add his thing here. Well, no, he's going to keep talking. So, all right. Well, we're over here for a little bit. If he's still on, we'll add him. I'm going to go back to the chat. Okay, so he must have just got that because I was talking to him a few minutes ago. But anyway, so let's just think about this. If he's got 4 rentals that are paying, I don't know if it's studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, don't know, don't care. But let's just say he's got 4 apartments in there because I know one of his buildings does, right? Supposedly it has 19, but okay, whatever. I'm going with 4. So 4 apartments, it was getting at least $500 a pop. He was making $2,000 a month in rent at that time. And he's trying to tell everybody that he had no electric in his home when he purchased the home with his kid's money. Like, does this make any sense to anybody? Like, I just find this very strange. Everything he says is like has a whole different spin, a whole different truth to it. So, what are you talking about, Mike? I've been super busy today and haven't answered any emails. Okay. Tug and Meg said last night that Leslie was the creator and owner of the Bully Terminators website. You mean the Bully Exterminators YouTube channel? Yeah, well, maybe. Hold on a second. La la la. Let me say. Sorry, I got messages. All right. So, I know that's a big question. I'll get to that in a sec. Now, just so you know, when I say Megan is doing okay, let's put it that way. Not Megan, Leslie, sorry. She's doing okay, That's as public as I want to make how she's doing. She did not expect to get attacked the way she did. As much as we could have warned her, even I was stunned at how they attacked her. Hey, Lisa and the Warriors in chat. Greetings. Hey, Mike. So yeah, even I was stunned about that. So, she's there. I spoke to her. Let's put it that way. Is she still going to sue Jerem and Jay? I do know that the lawsuit's not getting dropped. That I know. I hope she sues Meg. Well, people are being added, that's for sure. Who needs to learn how to spell check? See case law in the video description of every Bully Exterminated video. Yeah, first off, okay. The Bully Exterminators videos, the Hodunk Hillbillies, number 1, I have nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing to do with that. That was created before I even knew who created it. Okay. And I didn't know who created it until I was told who created it. Okay. However, I have nothing to do with it. Everybody thought it was funny in the chat. And we joked about somebody, I'm not going to say who, but somebody joked about Hodunk Shuffle. So a song was made. That's it. Okay. And then the Hodunk Hijinks, another song was made. So making songs about that series does not mean I have anything to do with the actual Hodunk Hillbillies. Okay. Now, let's get back to the Hodunk Hillbillies. The Hodunk Hillbillies has had disclaimers on every video that has been out there about it. It is a story. Okay. It's a story. It's a screenplay. Okay? It's telling a story. Parody. Satire. That's what it is. It's allowed. It's illegal. I'm sorry if Jerem thinks, it's all about him. But it's allowed. Now, there's a person I want to mention because this person started to do similar things. Although I think Bully Exterminators does it way better than all of them out there. But somebody by the name of JK, do you guys remember him? I mean, he's still there, right? Are the hoedowns still active? No, everything has been removed at this time, from what I understand. We know who did Hoedown Shuffle. Yeah, so there you go. Lisa, he's 7. He's done here. Come to your channel. He's 7. Oh my God, Mo, if Mo is here, just so she knows, I literally woke up singing Polymop. Not the Polymop, the Polymop song. The song. Not Polymop, Polymop. The actual song Polymop. It was in my head. The Billy Summer videos are far and away the best quality parody videos about this. Exactly. And it's telling a story. I'm sorry you don't like the story, you know? As far as who wrote it, look, if they wanted people to understand how people are being attacked and the type of people that are ruining and referencing them to some type of other type of cultist type person, it is a storyline. It's a story. That's it. You can't sue for the bully exterminators for what they have up there. I mean, you can sue for anything and anybody, but you're just not going to win. There's no merit there. There's no standing there. Nice try. But it's like, oh my God, Megan is saying that, you know, Leslie's going down for this because she's the hillbilly. She's the Hoedown hillbilly creator. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Really? I mean, first off, I think a lot of people might have figured that out. Duh. It wasn't literally a secret, although nobody really asked. When I was asked once, and I didn't know it was her, and I said no. But there was a video put out, and I'm like, oh shit, it could be her. So what? What about JK? JK's been making all kinds of parody videos about characters involving germs, peoples. And then not only did he do it, you got DJ Radis's whole channel that does it in a very malicious way, in a threatening way, in a doxing way. And then you have Megan herself, who thinks that her parody songs and her pictures and all that crap is all fine and dandy. It's all fine and dandy. Wrong. Wrong. So when you want to turn around and start attacking people for a bully exterminating screenplay, which happens to be really good, and she wants to do screenplays, it's something that's in her story. She has a story to tell. She really has a story to tell that can help a lot of people. And you standing there or sitting there on your ass, literally talking about her life as if you've known her for 2 seconds. Because I've only known her for a week, and I've talked to her enough to have already known a piece of the story that you're trying to tell in a court record. And you're lying your ass off because I know the story behind it. So I'm telling you right now, Megan will be lucky if she doesn't get sued. Lucky. But based on, you know, she really doesn't have much to sue. You know? But it's the point. It's the point. And based on the profession that she's in, she should be taught. She should have been taught a long time ago. But now she's crossing the line. I guess because she's, you know, part of Germ's little fiasco. She's going to learn what she can and cannot do in the future. Yes, Leslie's very talented. She's very creative, very talented. She's very smart. Okay? Very smart. So, you know, they need to get over it and just deal with the fact. So what are they going to do? They're going to be hopping on this until the next thing comes along? You know, so what? You pulled up her divorce. Guess what, guys? She's not divorced. She's not. You're going to pull up the fact that she had a problem with her in-laws? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Sometimes people like to walk over, you know, and think they have, you know, family members can sometimes think that they have some type of control and be able to do what they want, and they couldn't. And basically, it looks like Leslie stopped them from doing something that they shouldn't have done. So, and it stopped. So what? You know, some people don't come from a privileged life the way, you know, Megan wants to act like she has. or live some type of privileged life. Some people come from a privileged life and still don't have as great of a life as people think that they do. You know, you could be born in a rich family, but your parents may never pay 1 ounce of attention to you. Dave. You know, their parents may not pay 1 ounce of attention to you. Or they'll favor another child over you. Or whatever. Who knows? You know? But, and some children can handle that. Some children are strong. Some children are focused on in a different way. And some people need some type of love and nurturing. And some people don't get it. You know? And some people are just outright rude. You know? And, you know, I really don't think airing people's families' dirty laundry is anybody's business. Hey, Richard, what's going on? I don't think it's anybody's business. So all of us, I just find it humorous that she's doing this and then throws out there, well, Lisa better not say nothing about my family or my husband. I find it funny that you and George have this, your husband and George have the same middle name. Isn't that quirky? Silly, but quirky, isn't it? Yeah. Don't think I don't know, Megan. I've chosen not to because I have morals and I have self-respect. But anyway, what else did they freaking say so I can just get these morons over with? I'm telling you, 3 hours yesterday, 3 hours the day before. It was like all night long with these assholes. Saba's reading divorce paperwork. You mean like for Jeremy's divorce? Is that what you're referring to, KB? Just like Tug alert, yeah. Oh, and then Tug turns around, and because John Cook, apparently John's been popping up in chats, he says, or they said, and John said something, and Tug said he doesn't want John Cook fixating on his child. What? Are you kidding me? Did he actually say he didn't want John fixating on his child the way, I don't know, for months? I don't even know when they started. Months they've gone on. I mean, hello, Turtle Purgatory. Did we not build Legos with Turtle Purgatory? Richie Rich characters a poor little rich boy because of lack of parental attention. Yeah. Hey, Strictly, by the way. I just saw you. You still haven't been served, Rich? What is that ding and where is it coming from? I have a ding happening and I don't know. I have a whole bunch of devices out right now, so I don't know. Hold on. Let me see. Oh. Okay. I know what it's from now. Yeah, so they're sitting there like wondering, you know, if he's gonna go after their child. What? King Paco, I'm fine. Trust me. You'll know when I like lose it. I lost it maybe once in here because I was that mad, but that's not even bad for me. They said you're a resident of New York. Megan said that last night. You haven't lived there since 2017. That's what she says. And you know, it's so funny. She's like, "Oh, don't bring." Who was she talking about? I think it was something in regards to Leslie because Leslie was all about, you know, her show for the past 3 nights. And don't come to New York, Leslie. And I'm thinking, dude, you're in the freaking boonies of New York. Don't talk to a New Yorker about New York. You know what I mean? Like, she was just like talking to, you're from Illinois and you moved up to the boonies. You're like up by Buffalo and you're like literally in the woods, in the weeds in the woods. Yeah, but she has a nice view, but that's it. Like, don't talk to me like you're an actual New Yorker, like literally like doing thing. Or even like having a farm there, you know what I mean? Like you're not. You're just not a New Yorker. I don't care if you live there or not. Don't talk like you are. I can't stand when people do that. But anyway, us New Yorkers know, and you don't have to like come from, you know, Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Island. You could come from upstate New York, but not that chick. Sorry. I would love to go up. As a matter of fact, I brought my doggy up there for a get home when I had to move. It's crazy. I'm telling you. Tug starts in on his kids when he's behind on super chats telling sob stories. Yeah, the past. Oh God, I really can't stand his voice. I said I wasn't gonna watch his shit anymore. I could have told you I watched the two things, but now because of the Leslie stuff that they're going after, I've actually had to watch Megan's and his the past week because I recorded it. Why? Because it's documented. That's why. How could a cartoon parody be revenge porn? Not only that, it was put out there and published before the law came into play. Richard would know more about that. This is the Tug. He sounds like his French code flasher. You are really, you're actually right. Uh-oh. Since Megan Fox is telling lies about me, I'll start telling the truth about her. That's what she's all worried about. And here's what irritates me, because this is where she's going to catch herself in trouble, is the fact that when she's accusing people of things, she's accusing specific people and putting them together in a group that they've all done it. And that is where the bullshit flies, because she has accused me of stuff that I've not done at all. And that's where I'm going to get her. But she's just making shit up. It'd be a totally different story if she had facts to base things on, but most of the time she don't. Because she never vets nothing. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Megan had no issues making a Sims game reflecting MP, JC, and HG and doing sketchy shit. So how is what Richard made any different? Exactly. She went after a child. She made a turd purgatory with like a guillotine and so I mean, like, yeah. Now, because she watched a video of when they were taken down, they were removing the old houses and stuff and building up the barn. So there's stuff all over the property, as she didn't want Harley running around because there could be glass or something like that. And that was on video because she didn't want her daughter running around. So because she saw that, she ran with it. Ran with it. You know? And that's what the shit that they've been saying all this whole time. Well, I got news for you. I had an injured foot and I didn't have shoes on. So what? I didn't have any glass or anything put in my foot. No problems happened to my foot walking around that property. I had a sock on, but I had no problems walking around that property. The injury was on the top of my foot, so I could not put my shoes on. So I had a bandage. I had bandages on it, and then I had a sock on it, and I walked. No problems, no glass, no nothing. So that's the other stuff. The you know, their property smells and stuff. I got news for you. They should go and step on Jeremy's property and see how that smells with all that swampland there. You know? But anyway, so we went over that. What will Megan do? Yep. What will Megan do when this revenge porn supposed video is brought up into jury? When the jury has to watch it, what's she gonna do? You know. You want to cover cases? Cover the actual case, not the bullshit surrounding it. And you know what? That's what's funny, because that is what Leslie was trying to do, was go over the actual case, saying what had merit, what didn't, things like that. She asked to interview Megan. She asked to interview us. She was going over the people. That's it. Megan chose not to. That's fine. All Leslie said was that she asked her for an interview, and she didn't expect her to. And she also didn't ask for her work. She didn't need her work. What work? What work would Megan give over? Screenshots and a whole bunch of shit? Well, guess what? I've got screenshots too. I could have handed them over. She doesn't need Megan's work. You can't edit screenshots like that. They do, but no. This has timestamps. These have the dates and times right in the screenshot. Why? Because it was done that way. For a reason. Just like all her videos, dates and timestamps. Done. And not just on the actual video itself, like literally in the screenshot. There's tags all over this crap. They can't edit their crap. And let them go with the screenshots of their, their friends, their chats, whatever. I mean, I've got so many screenshots of people saying that they should do this to them, they should do that to them. I don't see people in the chat talking like that. I don't see people in our chat saying how they should hurt, somebody on Jeremy's sign or another channel or anything like that. I don't see that. In my comment section, I think I may have seen one or two things that would reference something like that. And I didn't even approve it. So, I don't play like that. Yeah, they don't like that Leslie's showing the actual law because then they have nothing to run with. They have no content. Basically, what's going on is they have content for like a week now. Trust me, they're going to have more content next week. Just that. And I know damn well they're waiting to read off whatever I submit into this court case. What am I looking for? I'm actually looking for something. I forgot what it was. Jules, you okay? You hanging out, mommy? You hanging out, mommy? Hi. I wish you could say hi to everybody. Say hello. Say rough. You want a rough? Say rough. What? What? Come here. I've been for what? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Incredible edits and betterment is awesome. Thank you everyone who gave so much love and money to help this family. Yeah, and then and now we've supposedly hurt so John Cap's video. I will. Do you have to submit something to the court? Yes, I do. I have to respond to the case. Which I'm going to. Now I'm pretty sure because I have to tell Shocket what I'm doing or basically request it. I'm pretty sure he's gonna turn it down because I'm sure he's got some type of, vendetta against me. So he's probably going to turn it down. We'll see. But let him do that because then I'll show the court that he does have that. So, but if he doesn't, he doesn't. A normal attorney wouldn't. So, but we're going to get an extension or we're going to ask for an extension. That's for sure. So, sorry. You okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah. All right, go ahead. Sit. Good girl. Sit. 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 Good girl. She just wants attention. Let's see. I don't think Megan has running water. She has Johnny on the spot. Well, I don't know, but she shouldn't be bragging about people's houses. Hi, Mike Johnson. Invite people to their house and then tell them they can't use the toilet. He's not normal, right, Kimberly? Yeah. All right, so let's see. What else do we have here? She's saying that, this whole case has gotten away from Michelle and stuff. And, some people are like, who's Michelle and stuff? Well, good. Get it off of Michelle. We gave them plenty of content to run after. Lisa, did you get your package? I did. Which package are you talking about, Mike? Hold on a second. When did you send it? You'll have to use small words. But yeah, so they're trying to say, yeah, well, then you're a fool being a journalist, not realizing what actually transpired. I guess you got off Michelle and John. You kind of left them alone. I mean, yeah, you throw them out there, here or there. I don't believe so. No. Something's there that I have to pick up, but I don't think that's it. That's why I was asking. Jerem told his friends they had to poop, but yes, they did. But yeah, so I mean, anyway, what else? Bottom line is, all the shit that they're talking about, all the speculation, all the bashing they're doing, they're literally just doing it. All of it's irrelevant. It's all irrelevant. The same thing they've done about Bruce, and they went hardcore on him for months. But I've never seen them go hardcore on someone as quick and as hard as they did with Leslie. And they're proud of themselves for it. They laugh about it. They literally sat there talking about like all the wrong things they're doing and laughing about it. So she's okay with satire. She's okay with parody, including public figures. But the hodunks is an issue. Really? Why? Because it's a series, it's a story. What are you so offended for? Why don't you like the hodunks? And she seems to think that anybody who would have created the hodunks is a problem. And that Jeremy can sue the shit out of him. No, he can't. I mean, again, anybody can sue anybody, but he's not going to get anywhere with it. Lisa, suddenly this has become real to Megan. Her daughter at uni is getting picked on because of her channel. Her 15-year-old daughter is sick, but doctor. Her daughter is getting picked on because of her channel? Well, then, that's her mother's problem. If her daughter is getting picked on because of what her mother's doing, that's her problem. She should fix it. Maybe not be a mean bitch. I don't know what else to say. I have nothing to do with Megan's channel. Nothing. I have nothing to do with anybody's channel here. They all control and run their own channels. That includes Megan, Tug. It includes Ray, Super Dave. I don't tell them what to do. Or 2 days ago, they're posting somebody with LP's family. I don't know if it's a real family. I don't care. Yeah, well, they've been doing that for a long time, and that's wrong of them to do also. They should have never spoken to her family. They have no business talking to her family. Jerry's not going to say them when they go. No, because not only is he going to have to fight countersuits against himself, he's also going to pay for all their attorneys and stuff. I know Tug says he's going to pay for everybody's attorneys, or at least 2 people. This is going to get interesting. It's going to get interesting because they're doing things that nobody's stopped them from doing. And they're pushing it to a point where it has to be stopped. So people are going to stop them from doing it. And, it's she thinks she's getting sued or cease and desist because of a Muppet. She's an idiot. If anybody believes that she got a cease and desist because she made fun of Leslie using a Muppet, that's wrong. That is absolutely 100% incorrect. And I guess we'll find out why, in fact, she did get that cease and desist, since nobody wants to either read it in its entirety or, tell the truth. Because now that cease and desist is way overboard. She did not get a cease and desist because she made fun of her with a Muppet. That is not why she got the cease and desist. That's not why Jeremy got a cease and desist. So Megan's spin right there is bullshit from the get-go. Bullshit from the get-go. I don't even know where she got it from. But either way, it's lies. As usual. Sorry, they keep going back to the same shit, so I made the kind of similar notes. So, okay. Yeah. I already said that. See, I kind of went off and started stuff from the beginning. Yeah, I kind of hit it. Megan, go use those breadsticks for a landscaper. She needs a landscaper. Company, Laura. Okay, she's comparing Leslie to Laura Owen now, too. So that's you guys are absolutely insane. But that's fine. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Keep attacking her because it's going against you. Whether you're doing it on here or you're doing it on Rumble, the court don't care. If you're doing it, it's going to be saved, and it'll be documented. It'll be used as evidence against your big-ass jaw, teeth, mouth, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Bunch of hilly. Coming after me, literally saying something about me. I've never spoken about her kids or her family. That's hilarious. She's concerned about it, though. Unbelievable.
My name is Marfa and I got steam motif.
Yeah. I'm not talking about anybody's kids in here. You know, I don't know how old her children are. I don't know. You know, I think she has one that's above age or whatever. I don't know. But you know, when someone goes out on social media and they want to talk about something and they are in fact above age, that's, you know, okay. Whether it's a sensitive subject or see, what people don't realize is, or people who just thought about it, like, oh, Teely's had Jason on her channel. Well, I didn't just have Jason on the channel. I had a therapist in the background, and I also had an attorney watching any questions that may have come up for him that he should not or may not want to answer, and everything was fine. We gave Jason a platform. He said whatever he wanted to say, and then we asked questions, and he answered whatever he wanted to answer. For a Reese cup, no breadsticks. I love Reese's cups. They're my favorite. Well, yeah, I like Reese's. My favorite is Goobers, though, but I like Reese's. So, yeah, going for some Reese's. Thank you, Georgia, very much. Thank you for the super chat. Now, they're also going after Bruce's new attorney. What is this showing you? They're going after all the attorneys. Go after Shocket. Why isn't anybody talking about Shocket? Am I supposed to be talking about Shocket? I mean, think about it. This guy is just wrong from the get-go. Jason is an adult. He chose to come in. Yes, he did, Stacey. Her kids' friends' parents are probably watching her and telling her own kids they can't hang out with them, maybe. Well, you know, I mean, that has nothing to do with me. And if she's complaining about it, it's because of what she's talking about. Maybe she should have given a shit about her own children and their feelings or whatever. Maybe she don't care. I don't know. Oh, Lisa likes her nuts chocolate covered. I do. Did anyone else see that Timothy thing on the screen? Maybe a good mother should be a better role model for her young girls to aspire to, not a mean girl mother. She seems like a mean girl. I'm telling you, she reminds me of that in Peggy Sue Got Married, that little reporter that kept egging the girls on, like in the bathroom and stuff, trying to like talk to them and get their information. You know what I mean? That's who she reminds me of. Someone that was never part of the group and tried to and then became a bitch. Lisa, can you check your email? Okay. All right, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, I can't hear it. Hold on.
Saying, why don't we go after her husband?
Hold on. Is that where she said that? Hold on a second. I gotta mute myself so I can listen to her because I want to hear what she had to say about that. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold, please. Okay, hold on a second. She's talking about why I said let's go after her husband. Is she just saying this like right now? Is she still live? I don't even know. However, let's go on. She's saying she can go after Leslie and her husband because her husband contacted her and sent her a letter. Did her husband do that? Hold up. Megan, did my husband do that to you? No. My husband did absolutely nothing but come on my channel and say hello to people. My husband never went after you. I don't even believe once. Never went after you. Did my husband do that to you, Megan? No. Absolutely not. You want to play? I can play your game. It's a matter of whether I'm willing to or not. I could have done it already, and I never did. Never did. So you go ahead and play your little thing. Me turning around and saying, should we go after her husband? Should we go after her kids or something? Me saying that isn't me going after your husband or your kids, dummy. What'd she call me, a fat dummy? I don't know why this bitch thinks she's like all kinds of thin and stuff, because she's not. Why she's calling people freaking fat? She's got no right to. I mean, this girl really needs to look at the mirror and stop like making fun of people for the way they look. Because she, in my opinion, she's not really attractive. Maybe some people might think so, but she's really not. And she really should stop doing that. I think she's jealous of people that may have a better personality, that may look a little better than her. And I think that's really stupid, because how do you get by in life like that? How does that work for her? You know, it doesn't matter what people look like. It doesn't, you know, if they have a good personality, then, you know, be friendly and have fun, enjoy. You know, like what? I don't understand. But to sit here and try and attack me for going after her husband, like, I'm not going after your husband. Don't you get it? I'm saying to you, you're going after her husband. You went after John Cook. You're going after Bruce's wife. What if I go after yours? I see my channel seems to be threatening you. So what if I start talking about your family? Shall I talk about your sisters, your parents? What? Why is it okay for you to do all that shit and then act like we did it first when I haven't even done it at all? You are a lying, hypocritic. Oh my God. She's just a bullshit spinner is what she is. Play it, Megan. I will say it again for you right now. Why don't we go after her husband and her children like she does everybody else? How many times have people heard me say that? I'll say it again. Do I need to say it again? Does it mean that I'm going to? Does it mean I did? No, I'm trying to say, being that you're doing that, why don't we do that too? Why not, right? Because that's how this journalism thing on YouTube works, right? No, I have more class, I have more self-respect for myself, and I have more fucking morals than you ever will. Ever. Let her act gangster, because I can tell you right now, I know a little bit more about gangster than she does. Hence my Italian roots. I shouldn't have even said that. That was stupid. I can call myself stupid if I want. But anyway. Hold on. Let me just put my doggy inside because she's wanting something. Come on, inside. Come on. Come on. Don't look bang yourself. Yeah. And she's like, can you let me inside, please? But yeah. I get irritated when people accuse me of shit that I don't do. It's like, what? I won't stoop to the... No, I won't. Goose Faber, LL, not sure of spelling for a movie Anger Management. Yeah, much more classy than Megan. Yeah, I just, look, I'm pretty chill. I'm very earthbound and stuff. You know, when I go about my thing, I'm classy of the world, a little bit anyway. But I'm still chill. I don't sit here like trying to pretend to be like Miss Health person doing yoga while laughing and mocking someone having anxiety issues in a depot. That's, and she says that gets brought up all the time. I don't think I mention that quite often, actually. So she says things and, they're just not true. At least not me anyway. I've not said that. I may have mentioned that once. The turtle purgatory thing I had an issue with because that's a little sick that you're using your like Lego content to create some type of playground for a child that, glass and axe, this, that. Like, what's wrong with you? This is about it. You're talking about a child, and then Tug's going to sit there and say, John better not mention his kid's name. What? You've been talking about a child and using this child for months. Months. You guys are all a bunch of lying ass freaks. But I hate that this was done to Leslie. But what it did show is their complete conspiracy and how it went right down the line within freaking hours. Literally hours. And J Hip ratted them all out. Just saying. Created that shit all across the street from us. I got Travis on video saying he did. Trust me, guys, when that evidence comes out, put it this way, if I had all of Megan's viewers in here, or let's just say we told them to go like this big concert type thing and wait for this big speaker to come out, no one's going to speak. I'll just show you all the freaking evidence. I'll show it all to you. And anybody who can watch all of it and the amount of it would not be able to walk away from it saying that Jeremy is fucking innocent, nor any of these minions for defending him. Lisa has the best mods ever. Yes, I do. We all do. Robbie, because their mods in other chats, Robbie's, their own guapos. They're great people. He's been calling out Michelle's daughter's name. Yeah, well, you know, he's got nothing else to do. Guys, he's showing the storage units. I saw something today to talk about legal stuff. I guess they think they're going to swing it, you know, into some like big countersuit against Leslie. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I didn't watch this thing. I didn't care to hear what he had to say. I did speak with Leslie. What I can tell you is I spoke to her. That's all I can tell you is I spoke to her. That's it. This has not affected her in a good way at all. Because of the malicious attack, the things that she's worked on, including her screenplays. You know, she's working on stuff. She had to take certain things down and other things she had to take down before they even got to him. So, you know, it's sad. It's absolutely sad. So she basically made it so that there's no, you know, real stuff that can be, you know, literally gawked at on a daily to, you know, there's no content out there. I mean, if you got it, you got it. But, you know, have fun with it. That's all you're going to get. And, you know, once they're done with her, they're going to go on to somebody else. Like I said, they're already trying to go after Bruce's new attorney. So it's like, I'm going to have to defend myself. I'm not going to put another an attorney onto this thing that they can crucify and ridicule. I'm not doing it. And if anybody thinks that I should have my family do it, hell no. That's not happening. I will not bring my family in on this case at all in any way, shape, or form. No way will I subject them to the bullshit that Bruce has had to deal with, that Leslie's gone through, that, I mean, even Rich, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what our pasts are. The crucifying that's going on here, the defamation, the bullshit is insane. This doesn't normally go on with regular freaking court cases. And yeah, I'm sorry, Jerm. You're not National Enquirer, maybe National Enquirer News, but you're not like major freaking news. We can make you major news if that's what you want. Because trust me, I know how to do that shit. You could do this, you know the case. I mean, I think I can do a lot of it, but when I do have to walk into court, I'll probably have to bring an attorney. So maybe until then, I don't know. I'm going to continue to seek out one, but I cannot and will not subject my family to that kind of shit. That's not happening. Nope. Well, there's a point. I can defend myself to a certain point. I'm still going to seek a lawyer. I don't get it. Why isn't Facebook and YouTube taking them all down? Because they're actually investigating it right now, DRD. They're investigating it as a whole. Some of the stuff has been taken down. That Ania Waterman group that was made about Leslie, that was taken down. I tell you right now, I have all the local authorities for every one of those 3 people that live in the UK and Ireland. That Anita Waterman chick's in Ireland. I have the local authorities number. And they take that shit with cyberbullying and cyber stalking very seriously overseas. Way more than they do here. So get ready, guys. You think it's funny, but get ready. Oh. People have gone to jail for like a year because of the shit that they did on cyberbullying, like Anita Waterman, who seems obsessed and something's like not right with her. But then you got Spawn Trooper, and then you got Wendy Wooby Boo. So, and I know all their localities. So get ready. Pay attention. We're not playing anymore. We're not letting them all get away with this, because if they don't get stopped, they're just going to keep on doing it. So, and I don't even have to talk about it. I'm just going to do it. I've been doing that behind the scenes anyway. Some things I mention, some things I don't. YouTube doesn't give a shit. culpable. I found that out the hard way dealing with my ex-partner initially. And yeah, when he talks and yeah, they don't necessarily care. They have what's called, forget it again. Rich, you still here? It's a 230 clause, whatever. It removes them from liability for the most part, and with a good faith. Hold on, Mike. Let me see, Mike. Yeah, it sucks, Dave. Mike. Hold on. I can't find it, Mike. Let me see. Yeah, they can say whatever they want about her, Sandra. She knows the law. She knows what she's talking about. And they're trying to talk about, like, oh, the frivolous cases. You're talking about certain cases. Why aren't you talking about the ones that she won? There it is. Lisa, if I release my investigation, I think it might make the news. Well, there you go. You should. Yeah, no, they cannot, Mike, but it has to be, you know what it has to be. Yeah, Super Dave is there. I think he's still there. Michelle won everyone they would do to an attorney or anyone that tried to help them. Yeah, and they did, and they went hardcore. And she wasn't even an attorney for anybody. She obviously cannot be. She's retired. She was just going over the case legally and trying to find out where there's merit, where there's not, because what's filed is, obviously she gave her opinion. It's not. You know what I mean? So she was trying to investigate it. She did not have she had when I did her interview, she had like 8 subscribers or something. When I went live with her, I posted something in the chat that we were going live, Bruce and I, with Leslie, and some people came over into the chat. Oh, so we asked a question. I'm sorry. Hold on. Super Dave's question. Where is it? Oh, this Max Lab guy is a nutter too. He scares me. The kind of guy who wears skin or makes people go into. Are you talking about Max Labs? Peculiar. They were looking for you in Megan's chat the other night. They were asking if you were there. You and Dose Reality or something like that. Oh man, that man is upset. Oh yeah. There's something like not right there. He's paranormal cameras or something too. That paranormal cameras, Max Lab, Squirrel, Quad State something also. Yeah, he's real weird. Like somebody sent me a link to him like a while ago, like a long time ago. Like I didn't even know why I got the link, really. And this is like when this fall first started. And like he was so close to the camera and everything. I was like, whoa. I'm like, no offense, dude. I can't even watch that. You just like, yeah, I can't watch that. I don't know. They asked if you were in their chat. Not Megan and Tug, the people in the chat were asking. I'm like, why are they asking for Peculiar? That's weird. I was reading the chat because of what was going on, which I normally don't do, but I was. The friends crazy are certainly getting in on. Yeah, it's crazy, guys. What everybody's doing, it really is. It's absolutely insane. He's the one that gets all the court docs for those channels. They hate you. Oh, now they're saying that we go after donors. People who donate, we've gone after them. Who the hell are you talking about? Number one, I've never gone after any donor. Okay. Someone who I think they're talking about $900. That wasn't donated in my chat or whatever, or to Michelle and John. So I don't know what that's for. If that was for the pool that was created, I don't know about it. It wasn't given to me. So, Tug, get your believer fixed and spew your shit correctly. Okay? Vet your shit. Just say it. Stop lying and call. You know what? Keep doing it, as a matter of fact, because that's just going to go against you in the lawsuit. Because you have been told over and over again that you're lying. You're defaming me by stating that kind of crap. Even though you said you can call somebody a fraud and a liar all you want, you are maliciously doing it. And you have been told you are incorrect several times, including by Aderna. And you still go on saying it. You still go on saying it. Acting as if nobody saw the donut in your chat that one night. Well, guess what? It is recorded. I can show clips. So keep talking, Tug. See, he just thinks none of these people think that they're going to be in any kind of lawsuit or anything's going to happen to them because they have free speech. There is a line that gets crossed. Period. I just heard I'm living off my dead ex-wife's social security check. Okay. How is that when you were the one working? I don't know. Fraud is an actual legal term that is defamation. They defamed, completely defamed. The constant harassment since Monday night. While we were live, you saw Leslie's reaction. Okay? Yeah. Since then, every day, all day long. That's not good. Not good. And it's not my business to tell you anything that's gone on with Leslie since then. What I can tell you is I spoke to her, and That's all I can say. Yeah, they're a little crazy. Don't say do whatever you want. Say don't do it. Don't put sarcastic permission out into either. Prayer project. Kendra's OF page. Oh my god. Now and then also, did you see that they're talking about like OF pages now? Did you hear that? Then you got the Shizzy Wiznuts character. Who the hell is this guy? He seems like some drunk that just spews stuff out of his mouth too. I hope she doesn't get so scared out she runs away and gives up. That is what they want. You haven't seen the last of Leslie. That's all I'm going to say. So don't worry, guys. Exactly. Leslie will handle it the way she's a lawyer. She knows. So, but I can tell you that what's gone on is absolutely horrendous, and it did not affect her well. And yeah. Megan and Tug think they're so funny and clever. They make me fucking. Well, them laughing and mocking. I mean, I'm telling you, this is probably the best evidence on Megan, Tug, and Shizzy, all of them, that's been documented thus far, because they mention everybody in it. Jay Hips basically rats all their shit out and brings that whole conspiracy together with what he says, and just how they did it. When they did, they even brought Nick Lapita in there going over the cease and desist. And I mean, this guy, I don't know him from Adam at all, except for the fact that I know he's facing drug charges. He pled down, so I don't know what he's actually going for. But he is supposed to be going to jail for a little bit of a time. And he's on probation for like 5 years or something. I have to go back and read it. I've had too much going on today. I like to say, when I say things, I like to have it word for word. And so sometimes when I'm talking, I'm like, oh, yeah, but I have to go back and read it just to, get it correct. So isn't Nick in jail yet? I guess not, because he went over the cease and desist that Leslie wrote Megan, and he mocked that too. And he's going to back Megan 100% because Megan wrote a letter to the judge on his behalf for him. Dude, so Gay's sleeping. Will it be video on the court cases? For the federal cases, no, because it's in federal court. There's no cameras allowed in federal court. Now, the case against, if you're asking about the case against Germ now with Leslie, that is in fact in state court. Right now it is anyway. Yeah. They are. They're trying to get rid of her. By look, people. I have a past. Everybody has a past, right? And it doesn't mean that when we use the word past that it's evil, criminal, this, that, whatever. It doesn't matter. We just all have past that we learn from and stuff. Whether it would be, something, I don't know, traffic tickets, evictions, grand theft. That's a civil matter. My husband. Or put it this way, divorces, child custody cases, certain family issues. We all have past or things, problems with friends, problems with business partners, problems with, car accidents, injuries. There's all things in our past that we live by. We have, disabilities that some we were born with, some that we came from injury. We all have lives that brought us to where we are today. And to sit there and mock how we got here, it doesn't mean that the past is always bad either. But to sit here and mock how we got here, make fun of other people for getting there, all I can tell you is Leslie did not have a great life. And it got to a really bad point in her life. And she talked about it Monday night, and it got really bad to the point where when she ended up questioning why she was here, she knew she had to fight against something that was against her. And she became a lawyer. And not only did she become a lawyer to be able to stand up and defend people with things that she had gone through, she became a lawyer to help other people. And she became a lawyer to help change the laws. Okay? You have to listen to her story. Like Tug was showing some screenshot or talking about a screenplay and a plot and going on about the story and mocking it, making fun of it. I'm like, does anybody read the very beginning of what it says? It says screenplay. It literally says it right there. It says what it is. It says plot. When people are writing a screenplay, they're telling a story. It's not always a true story. It's not always, maybe it is, and then it's like fabricated. You're adding a whole bunch of stuff to it. And this is what he's reading as if it's all 100% her life. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy is a moron. He doesn't even know why people put out press releases. This guy is a journalist. And him, Shizzy, they're making fun of the fact that press releases are put out. Where the hell do they get their degrees from? Do they not know what press releases are for? Or why? This is like, what? Shit. The amount of press releases we did with like every freaking, oh my God, album that was put out. The news, all these news channels, the actual news channels on television that you watch now, through apps, ABC, Fox, all these channels, they get their information via press releases from big time companies, government agencies, things like that. They're getting press releases constantly, and guess what? They're all getting the same press releases. You can go figure that out on your own. But they get press releases. That's where their stories are coming from. They're all fed the same narrative. Okay? Press releases. So to sit there and wonder why press releases are put out and they don't know why, and they're supposed to be journalists. Whatever, man. Like, wow. 101. Hello. What are you? You're so into the new technology that we don't, press releases don't exist anymore? Good luck with that. Yes, they do. For real journalists, they do. Real news broadcasters, they do. You met Tucker Carlson, haven't you? Tucker Carlson gets press releases all the time. I wonder if Megan's on those press releases. I wonder if she actually is signed up for press releases, because Lord knows I am. No, they're not. Like, she's cracking up constantly. It's like, okay, whatever. This guy named Sen, who I watch on YouTube, does amazing coverage on Nick Rekieta. I didn't even know who he is. Now I just see that he's a lawyer. I don't even, is he still a lawyer based on the fact that he's facing these charges? Did he lose his license? Does he get disbarred for that? Or is that like a no? Because wouldn't that be like unethical behavior? Hold on, let me see what he did. Hold on. This is... All right, here. We could show this. This is Fox 9. Let's show this. Hold on. Let me get back to it. Let's show this. All right, can y'all see that? Oh, shit. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. So let me bring it over here so I can actually see it. All right. So YouTube lawyer Nick Ricada is sentenced for, I don't know even know if I'm saying his name right, guys. Restart to install the latest Windows. Hold on. No. Sorry. Can't do that now. All right. So I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. Hope. Y'all need to quit reading all the garbage that is posted on the Facebook page because it's just lies. It's true. All right, so that's who he is. That's the guy that was in that video last night. The brief. A popular YouTube lawyer was sentenced for drug possession after his Western Minnesota home was raided by authorities last year. Court documents show police found cocaine, ketamine, firearms, and his children in the home while serving a search warrant. Holy crap. Charges against his wife were dismissed. All right. So Fox says a YouTube attorney with more than 420,000 subscribers will serve just under a month in jail after pleading guilty to drug possession in January. Nicholas Robert Ricada, 43, was sentenced to 28 days in jail with 5 years probation on Friday. What date was this? It doesn't say. I'm thinking this might be recent. I don't know. Maybe this is passed already. I don't know. We'll figure it out in a sec. All right. On Friday, he was given 2 days of credit for time already served and is due to report to Kandiyohi County Jail on August 1st, 2025 at 7 p.m. Court documents stated that. So he must also serve 80 hours of community service. Under the agreement, his probation officer can request the jail time be deferred if he follows the terms of his probation, but a judge would still need to approve that request. Probation conditions show he must submit to a random drug and alcohol testing, and he is not allowed to possess firearms. Ricada pleaded guilty to third-degree drug possession earlier this year as part of a deal with prosecutors that includes a stay of adjudication, which means that the case will be dismissed without any conviction on his record if probation is successfully completed. The plea deal included the dismissal of a child endangerment charge, as well as a charge of possessing firearms as a user of a controlled substance. Court records show the same charges against his wife, Kayla Christine Ricada, were dismissed by the prosecutor. State database records explicitly state Ricada is not authorized to practice law in Minnesota. There you go. If you want me to go on, I will. But okay, that's not a big deal. All right, the background, what they're saying. Appearing on another YouTuber's channel, Ricada admitted to using cocaine and making mistakes. I made a shitload of really bad decisions, Ricada explained. They hurt people I really cared about. I have to deal with for the rest of my life that I harmed some of the people who are closest to me. That's a product of me and losing control. Ricada also claims he's no longer using cocaine. Investigators say they found drug paraphernalia, including 3 small baggies that tested positive for cocaine, 8 green tablets that tested positive for ketamine, and a digital scale. Ooh. And several other items tested positive for cocaine inside the Ricada home. Dig deeper. Ricada, a Minnesota attorney based in Spicer, has more than 420,000 subscribers and millions of views on YouTube. Ricada drove his viewership during the high-profile trial of Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. How many people did that? And the Kyle Rittenhouse trial in Wisconsin back in 2021. Anyway, drink. Briefs filed by the defense in Kayla Ricada's case back in December alleged that the case emerged from church rumors about Ricada's. Church rumors, really? According to the brief, the rumors included concerns about child neglect, drug abuse by the Ricadas, and a questionable relationship with an additional couple, Aaron and April Imholt. Aaron Imholt pleaded guilty to sharing a nude photo of a woman without consent earlier this month. Wow. Well, that would be it. Wow. So I guess it's okay to bring these people into the case, right? That would be, you know, Megan's doing, of course. But, you know, I guess he's popular in his own right. His pastor snitched on him for neglect. Well, you know what? He admitted it. So obviously something had to be done. What would have happened if nobody snitched on him? Not that, you know, I think snitching is a good thing, but when it comes to children, yeah. People shouldn't be allowed to have children in those kinds of environments. So, you know. Somebody at work at the church, mandatory reporter reported suspicious things like the kids. Yeah, that's sad that they have kids around. That's you know, look, you're an adult. You want to go and do illegal things. That, you know, that's your prerogative to go ahead and do them. But to have children around and in those spaces, you know, people don't realize. Like, you'll come across people that are using drugs or addicts, and like they don't realize their behaviors before, during, and after. Because there is a before, during, and after. Somebody, okay. Oh, no, that's a CPS issue. That was valid. Gotcha. Say, remember, as long as you back the holier than thou JH, then you're all good. And Megan and Tug's book, all is forgiven. Then, yeah, like they're trying to say, well, you know, Leslie, if you got recordings of them, you know, the anti-Hales group and Bruce, and you want to pass them along, you know, I can't speak for Jeremy, but maybe Jeremy might forgive you. I'm like, holy shit, Tug, David the Donor, how many people are you going to do this to, Megan? And meanwhile, Slug is the only person who ever defamed Jeremy Hales. Slug did it, and Megan granted and set up that whole big thing to wash away Slug from the bad side and to get him, you know, free of his court clearance. And he's the only one who defamed Jeremy Hales. That's funny. Super Dave, the pastor probably had more than 2-inch pipe. Yeah, that's crazy. So she backed this guy to the judge and then bringing him in as like, you know, this big, you know, I don't know. I didn't know who he was. So what kind of lawyer is he? You know, this big famous lawyer or something? No. Why do these people that have, and you know, no offense to anybody, I'm just wondering why people who have like 400,000, and it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. I'm not trying to knock it. But why do you think because you have 400,000 subscribers that you're, you know, like Mr. Beast famous? Like everybody should know who you are. Because they don't. There's plenty of people that do not know who Jeremy is. I never heard of Nick Recator. And trust me, all these lawsuits, I only heard of him via Megan's mouth. That's it. That's it. So I don't know who this guy is. So, but this is who she went to, you know, for commentary on a cease and desist. And it's like, okay, so you expect us to take this guy's word for it now? Oh, I know. He's got 400 and something thousand views. Yeah, so you wanted him to talk about it on his channel so he can bring people over to your channel. So that, you know, they're talking about Megan, so they want to go over to Megan's channel and they can find out what the story is. And while you slam Leslie. Nice. Real good. Real good. Yeah, bring them over to your channel and let them watch how much you defame her and keep talking about her. That's going to go more and more and more for her lawsuit. Just keep doing it, dumbasses. Slug was in chat claiming he believes Leslie retired as someone asked him his thoughts. Dude seriously doesn't want any smoke with legal crap. Well, unfortunately for him, he's probably going to get it. You know? So, hold on a second. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand why it's okay for them to be, you know, saying these things and doing these things to people, hurting people, bringing out their families, going after lawyers wives or husbands, going after their children, you know. But God forbid you bring someone's husband or her children into it. I mean, I literally got sent a clip tonight saying those exact words. I'm like blown away by that. They literally think that, and then Tug last night saying John Cook better not bring up his daughter. Are you kidding? So everybody's comments about how he treats his daughter while he's live shouldn't exist, right? So like if Jeremy is recording on the camera across the street and he's got audio of Michelle and John, and you're hearing Harley run around not paying attention to her mom, and she calls her name and goes, Harley this or whatever. And I'm not saying that happened. I'm just giving it for instance because I can actually see that in my head. But that would be okay. So while you might be trying to tell your child to do something and they're not listening to you, or better yet, you're actually trying to push them away because you're too busy for them because you're on a live right now, that's okay. But you could talk about somebody else doing that shit. Even though I don't even know if that exists. But this is what these people do. They accuse people of doing the things that they're actually doing, and they're showing you they're doing it. They're showing you while they're doing it. Like all this stuff about Leslie. They're literally doing it as they're telling you. It's not okay. It's absolutely not okay. And yeah, they have to make up. It's all content. They try to be victims while victimizing. Exactly. And you know what? Here's the thing. When it comes down to the Hodunk Hillbillies, the satire and parody, which is a storyline, if they find themselves within that storyline, or they could see themselves in it, or Germ knows that, you know, he's the leader of all that in the storyline, that's not my problem. That's not Leslie's problem. That's not the bully exterminators problem. It's a story being told. Now, is it the truth? Is it reality? That's something that people who are watching are going to have to come to terms with and figure out for themselves. But it is, in fact, a story. It is a story. And it's based on certain characters. So, you know, some of the stuff, like specific stuff in it isn't true. But the storyline is. But you're going to have to come to terms with that yourself on your own. You know? That series tells the truth. And then saying that I had something to do with it is absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true. So, you know, my chat came up with the Hodunk Hillbilly song, Hodunk Shuffle. And then someone created it. That's it. You know? But Megan's sitting there trying to say it was me and it was that. Like last night, it was so funny. It's like they came up and they saw a screenplay thing and they found out the Hodunk Hillbillies was on there. And they're trying to say that it was done in March. You dumbass. No, it was not done in March. If you look, it says last login, May 11th. When was that? Oh, last week. Duh. Go look when the Hodunk Hillbillies was put up. Tug's an asshole. He's just trying to literally make you guys think things that aren't there. He's talking about people on a background check that don't even associate here, don't even associate there. There's all these different kind of people. Guess what, asshole? The person you're talking about was an attorney. She had plenty of cases. Plenty of cases. And why didn't you show these people? You're just spewing a bunch of shit. This all started because of Jeremy Hales. All of it. Every last bit of it. And he's having fun the more it grows, the more it grows, the more it grows. And he's just thinking lawsuit, lawsuit. Money, 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 money. I'm sorry, dude, but it's not going to happen that way. It's not. People have rights. He tries to make pieces fit, but ends up looking dumb. That's pretty much, you're exactly right, Dave. You're exactly right. Catherine, she yelled Super Dave when she got us. Yeah. And yeah, and that cracks me up too, because it's like, first off, now I've been there. Okay, obviously. I know Harley, I've met Harley. I've seen what she's like when she opens gifts. I know. I see how excited she gets. I definitely witnessed that, guys. You know, remember Christmas? I've also seen how excited she gets when Super Dave goes live. I believe he went live once when we were there because it was some reason that no, I think they were just showing me a video clip, and he was like, Super Dave, when he started, and she was screaming, Super Dave. I mean, I watched her do it. So when they pulled up, came home, checked their mail, and found stickers for Harley in an envelope, what do you think the child's going to do when she sees Super Dave stickers? I mean, let's be realistic, guys. What do you think this child's going to do? She's going to scream around saying, woohoo, Super Dave stickers. And you know what? She'll say it too, because she does Super Dave. She does it differently than when I'm doing it. But she's going to run around all excited about her getting them. And a freaking 48-year-old man, a 46-year-old guy across the street who's really stalking them is trying to say that this 5-year-old child is harassing him by yelling Super Dave. Since when is the name Super Dave a threat to Travis anyway? Like what? And then moron Germ goes on his live basically saying the same damn thing. I'm like, is he that much of a what? You're trying to call a 5? They're teaching her to threaten him. What? Why can't people just, okay, take the scenario. They pulled up in their car. They got home from wherever they were. They checked their mail. And envelopes there with Super Dave stickers. And it's for Harley. She got mail. Number one, she got mail. Number two, it's from Super Dave. And they're stickers, and she loves stickers. Why on earth would anybody think that she's yelling his name to threaten Travis? This is how they use her daughter against Michelle. This is how they do that. And then once they do it, Travis did it, then Germ goes and does it, and then Megan starts off on this shit with Tug. Do you see this whole like little thing? It's like, oh my God, man. Shocker was canceled, maybe? What's going on? No one does Megan other than saying, why does Megan talk about others in their families? No one does it to her. No, nobody does it to her. You know what? Because nobody's as low class as she is. You know, she could give two shits. She'll go out. I'll tell you what. There are some people who will go after her. You know, I'm just not about to do that. You know, I'm not going to go after someone's child or husband or whatever. You know, you want to go after mine. You know, I don't know. Maybe your husband is on limits, honey. I don't know. You've gone after mine. But children are no-go. And I don't feel the need to necessarily do that. I really don't. Because no matter how good or bad you or your husband think you are, you have an evil heart. You have an evil heart. For you to have knowledge of Munchausen syndrome and to pull the storyline that you tried to pull against Michelle with lies and bullshit, that's an evil heart. That is absolutely evil. You know, and talk about someone who tries to sue people to just get money for silly bullshit reasons. That's what you did in Illinois, isn't it, Megan? Yeah. Uh-huh. Her work obviously doesn't pay her much because, you know, she should be upgrading her stuff, and she's not. With all the freaking breadsticks she gets, which she seems to think I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with you getting breadsticks. Maybe you should stop using it on your, you know, useless treatments for your beauty of your body, and maybe go get a new car, or, you know, better yet, if you have a running car or a working car, that's fine. Why don't you have a landscaper trim up your yard? She has a large yard, but it's like all full of weeds. And, you know, it's an older home, and it's just, you know, she just really should not be talking about people. She really shouldn't be. Sounds like she's just as too happy as Germ. Yeah, right? Yeah, she does need backup. Whenever she got into a pickle, she'd go on Jeremy's channel. Whenever he got into a pickle and people were starting to believe something that he didn't want them to believe, he went on hers. It was like, oh my God, who's buttering who's back here to get like these people going? And that's what she did. She went to save face and jumped on Jeremy, and Jeremy promoted her, thinking it was going to be all kinds of better. No, Megan, you are pulling probably the worst shit I've ever seen you pull yet. It's all the same, but it's hardcore and it's worse, and she is showing it big time. Her and Tug, not just Megan. Her husband is smarter than she is. Well, she didn't set the bar very high. But why did he marry her? I don't know. Her heart healthy, you know? Yeah, you know, there. Go actually do some physical work. I don't think she does much physical work. She seems like she's lazy and sits on her ass all freaking day long and does yoga while watching crazy shit on, TV, thinking it's all kinds of funny. And the crazy part of it is somebody actually recorded it and harassed someone. She thinks it's funny. That's crazy to me. She was yelling. Harley was? He's only 48. Jeremy's 48. I think Travis is like 48 or 46. Megan is pushing 50. She's like 48 too. 48, 49. And I think her and her husband are like the same age. Yeah. Oh, you talked about my husband. Oh, sorry, I gave his age. Oopsie. Oopsie, as Jojo say, oopsie. I gave his name away. You know? Look, I guess if you're going to sit there and tell me that I can't have a channel because my husband might walk by or say hello to people in it, then I guess you shouldn't have a channel either, huh? Hasn't he been in the background of your little Legos and shit like that? Wasn't he in the background of a Turd Purgatory, or what man was that behind you? You know, talking. He's probably okay with what you do because you're making money. She's making a lot of money, guys. And for her to not, no wonder why she complains about it. She goes online and stays online for a certain amount of time to get a certain amount of super chats. Her and Tug both said it. And when she was online covering a trial, you can't cover the trial and get monetized by it if you're going to like Court TV or Law and Order, because they have, the monetization on it. Actually, if they do, it's just copyrighted, right? So you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want an issue with it. So you just turn off the monetization on it and you can air it, right? So what she does is she expects, if she's not monetizing it, that she would get super chats. And she literally like yelled at her people in the chat. Like, I'm going to have to turn monetization on. I'm going to have to turn ads on, is what she said. I'm like, wow, wow. I'll go live and don't even care if I get a super chat or not. If I get one or none, like that, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I absolutely 100% appreciate it, but I would never call that out. I'm not here to get a super chat. It helps the channel. It great. It supports us. That's fabulous. I'll do giveaways with them. I'll give back with them. But I'm not going to talk or not going to be a bitch because somebody's not sending in a dollar or $5 or 99-cent sticker. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do it. I forget to turn it on. I didn't turn it on. Did I not turn it on? I didn't turn what on? The goals are up there. It should be monetized. Hold on a second. I don't know. Usually they are monetized, but I don't know. I can't even get my mouse to work. But the goals should be up there. Where is Robbie? Is he still on that gator call? The goals aren't showing, Lucy? It should. They should. Did anybody else see them? The only way to... Okay. The only way you can control your chat is to not have a chat in your lives. People in chat are going to say stuff. Yeah, well, I can do that too. But I like to converse with you guys. I like to interact with you guys. He's releasing the gator now? Oh, cool. It was a live feed, so maybe. Was still live. Is he not live anymore? Okay. No, he is. He is. All right. Well, Lisa, what is ironic is Megan and Volpe did a series on Leslie in 2023 supporting her when Leslie went head to head in the case against the Florida bar president in the Miami case. Isn't that ironic? So that's why, because she even mentioned that. She said, I already knew that she was involved with Volpe, and she totally disregarded Volpe, said she was not going to be discussing him or anybody involved with Volpe. So she knew who she was when she contacted her. She didn't turn around and not answer her because she just didn't feel like her or didn't know who she was or she wasn't relevant enough. She knew who she was and did not answer it. So she kind of lied and flipped the switch there because she did. So she knew exactly who she was. And they were for her. Leslie's a fighter. Megan was Leslie's biggest cheerleader. Isn't that amazing? Becky, because you're not thank you, Becky. Megan knows that I'm in her chat and I have never given her a dime. Maybe that's why. But she wasn't the one asking if you were there, Peculiar. It was actually the chat asking. You go, your Chile stamp in the corner is not. Oh. Huh. That's weird. It showed up with that stupid. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Megan reads the chat, but Tug never does. Well, it looks like what they do is they'll get super chats like in the beginning and they'll read a couple of them. Then they go into their stories and stuff like that. And honestly, I get it. Because when you're talking about something, it's hard to read the chat at the same time. Like with me, I'll lose track of what I'm saying. So, especially if I'm not reading it off the sheet, but they, or document, whatever, they literally stop every 3 sentences to discuss and speculate the bullshit that with what they're reading rather than, read the whole thing and let everybody come to some type of conclusion. I get it. It's okay to discuss, but they literally do it like every 3 to 4 sentences. Volpe said Megan took down her series with Leslie recently. Oh, so it was one of those videos. I didn't know which videos were taken down. But yes, Volpe did say Megan took a few of them down that he did with her. Amazing. I'm on desktop and see Watermark and Go. I don't know if others are on phone or TV. I see the Watermark and the Go. She's only against Volpe now because he is going over the JH case and it wasn't in her favor. Yes, you're absolutely right, Stacey. You're absolutely right. And wouldn't listen to her. He wanted to report and make up his own mind. I commend him for that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. Look, that is absolute. Oh, you're right, Peculiar. That is spoilage. She removed it. She removed her coverage of Leslie. How funny is that? You think she's intuitive? Like she knew something about Leslie was coming? Huh. That's funny. But we all know that she removed anything with Mike. I think, but maybe one thing weeks ago. So when she received a cease and desist, she addressed the attorney as dummy. She said, "Hey, dummy," talking to her husband. Yeah, she's very unprofessional. She flipped out when she was live when Bruce sent her an email. She lost her shit and said he was harassing her. I'm like, what? Someone sending you an email is harassing you? Really? And then Vague Nation tried to pull the same shit that she did. They all copy off of each other. Megan's a coward who can't stand someone asking questions that aren't on her script. Yeah. Yeah. And they joke like they're not getting paid. Really? Why are you going on Jeremy's chat and trying to promote yourself over there? Why are you going over there and getting on his live and promoting it with fake stories? The Munchausen story. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why is it that you stay on this rather than covering any other case? You go look at her views, guys. Her views are higher on anything else. Oh, I'm sorry. The highest views she has is all about Jeremy. So, Leslie is adding her to the lawsuit and waiting to serve it until it's sealed because Leslie does not want her lawsuit to be made a mockery of by Hales. Well, and I think Leslie's being very smart to do that. Leslie's no joke, guys. She knows the law. They could try and attack her with, look, they were attacking Bruce with all the filings. And meanwhile, they were all like, oh, when he got granted something, like, oh, this judge should be recused. Meanwhile, like a week before, she's like, what did they call him? Mr. something, like he was hot or something like that. Like, what was the name that you have for Bolito? I forget. I tried to think this judge was unbiased. I think that the case got away from him, and then he didn't realize. He just thought it was a simple case, so he was just letting it go to trial and just answering like the simple motions that he thought was laid out in front of him, and wasn't paying attention. That's what I think happened. McDreamy, there it is. So honestly, that's what I think happened until it was brought to his attention. Like, whoa, wait a minute, what the hell's happening here? And he was forced to actually really look at it. I think that's what happened. I don't think he was biased or unbiased. I think he was annoyed at the fact that, why are you guys stopping this from going to trial? It's going to trial. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't paying attention, or he missed something, and now it's been brought to his attention, and now I think he's trying to save face, but we'll see. There's still things out there that isn't answered yet. So I'm hoping he's not biased. And if he actually reads motion 123 and that mic drop that Bruce dropped, because he basically gave summary judgment and all of it. He's got to do something, because he picked it up in the second case. He made Shocket redo the complaint and amend it because he called it a shotgun pleading. And if you ask me, it's still a shotgun pleading. He switched it up, but he still didn't throw out reasons. He spaced things out and added this or added that, but he still didn't show, any kind of anything to back his claims up. Nothing's there. So Leslie is smart. As soon as she came, explained court law, it was not hard to figure out. Yeah, she's very. Look, she's very cool. She's an awesome chick. I have not known her long, but it doesn't take that long to figure out that she is quite educated, okay? And she knows law. Like, literally, I was just like, oh my God, thank you, breath of fresh air, because she's legally speaking the same way I've been thinking all along. I'm like, oh, thank God, And I don't know law the way she does by any means whatsoever, or anybody in this panel, but I do know enough of it, and I'm not, foolish to be blindsided. And I try to learn as much as I can. And, she just laid it out there. She went after the case for what is laid out. She can't do anything more than that. You know what I mean? And I'm sure once people start filing their responses and their, answers, she will critique that as well. But right now, there's nothing there except the complaint, asking for another motion, asking for a more definitive answer, an amended complaint, and then everybody asking for extended time. That's it. That's all that's there. If anything's been filed the past 3 days, I have not even looked at it. Okay? So, but that's what was there at the time. So what else is she supposed to critique? And that's what she was doing. Pebs, thank you so much. You guys have backed her and supported her, and I so appreciate that. And I know she does too. I don't think we'll be hearing the last from her. I hope that, the hillbilly thing keeps going on, because it is a storyline. And, you can take from it whatever you want. It's a story. It's a parody. And, they can't do nothing to whoever created that, whether it was Leslie or not. They can't do it. And they could try. They could say whatever they want. But then, you know what? We'll just have to go after JK and DJ Radis, which everybody, by the way, they all think that they're, untouchable in the UK and stuff, and they're not. Anyway, so nobody's going to jail. Jeremy's bust. Yeah, I don't know who they think's going to jail. It's kind of funny. We need to raise like $3 million for Lisa's attorney fees. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. I actually spoke to an attorney today. I'm waiting for a call back, but the consultation alone was $2,500. This guy was no bullshit. So, we'll have to see. The consultation, whether or not he'd take the case, was $2,500. I was like, holy shit. So, yeah. But no bullshit. I'm just not going to bring in people that I know. You know, I'm not going to do that. You know, I'll explain what the case is. I'll explain what's been done. If they're able to take it on, they'll take it on. But I'm not going to subject people I know and care about to coming in on this case. There's no freaking way. Nicole, thank you so much. But yeah, like, so these legal fees are no joke, guys. No, a consultation. Ugh. I was like, it's what? Hold on, what? And how long is this consultation fee? Wow. But the no joke attorney. You know? So that was crazy. MoMagic. Robbie's on his way. Sweet. He's gonna make me redo, go over everything I said. Play John Cap's bid. All right, Mo. I'm sorry. All right, wait a second. I only have the one. So John, I only uploaded the one because I was only able to. I still didn't upload the other one. But here, John, this is for you. John Caps.
OnlyFans says shut up, John Caps.
We love it, just you. Thank you, Deborah. She's a member for 3 months. Let me see if I can upload. I'm going to try and upload. In the meantime, I'll check this song out, guys.
They talk a lot of trash, but don't understand the law. Calling out for justice, but they're missing the flaw. They mix up the rules like it's all the same game. Can't tell criminal from civil, it's all just a name. They don't know the difference, they don't know the weight. In court there's a line they can't navigate. Criminal charges, civil disputes, they confuse them all, thinking they're bulletproof. Haters in the dark shouting out with no clue. They can make it judge, but they don't have the view. They're lost in the system, can't see the line. Criminal or civil, they can't read the signs. They quick to judge and throw around their blame, but they can't even tell you the rules of the game. Is it jail time or just a fine, they ask? But they don't know the law to even take the task. They don't know the difference, they don't know the weight. One's for punishment, one's for a financial fate. They're mixing up the courts with no hesitation, but they can't grasp the true legal foundation. Haters in the dark shouting out with no clue. They can make it judge, but they don't have the view. They're lost in the system, can't see the line. Criminal or civil, they can't read the signs. Haters in the dark shouting out with no clue. They can make it judge.
I just like that song, guys. You can go check that song out on our video list. It's up there. I was able to upload this. Lisa, please get a lawyer who specializes in social media issues and is young enough to understand how. That's kind of who I was talking to today, but the actual consultation was $2,500. So I kind of was like, hold on, it's not going to be here. I might have to do that pool after all. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But no, this was a big time lawyer. So I mean, like big, huge. So only the best. So we'll see. I was just shocked at that. I mean, I know that that's not a big deal for some people. I was shocked about it for this case. So yeah. And that's just for him to decide whether or not he's going to take the case or not. But I did give enough information to get a call back about it with case numbers and everything. So you should be able to look at it and let me know beforehand anyway. Anyway, John Caps, where are you at?
OnlyFans says shut up, John Caps.
Why is it the same thing? Hold on.
Shut up, John Caps. OnlyFans says shut up John Caps. And you too Bud Light corner, now. Robbie, Kendra needs a night off.
That one had all of a minute. Where's Kim? Kim, wait, who's leaving? Who's leaving? Kim. Good night. Good night, Kim. Sally hugs. Oh, thank you, Sally. Boop, boop. Okay, Mima's laughing. Then you a woman, John Cat. Did he see that? I don't even see him. All right, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Oh, there she is. I'm here. I'm looking for Kim. Well, you know anyone in the law team community? Yeah. At least you have one for me too. I do have one in there somewhere. I think I had to remove that one though. Wait, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a different one. Hold on. I have to add it. I have a bunch I can show, but I'm not sure. Which one is this? That's it. It can be done, Todd. I need a new Dreamweaver one. Which one is this? Hold on. What? What exactly is he doing there? Hodunks and hunkuses? All right, hold on. Hold on. Oops, wrong one. Hold on. Hodunks. All right, well, what I'll show is what is on our channel. Where did it go? Oh my God. Guys, there is so much evidence logged up in my computer right now that I moved things where they're supposed to be, and now I'm like, okay, where do I put it? Oh, all right. See, this one is one that's on our channel, so we can do this. This isn't the series. This is just a song. Here we go. Oh, I have to let it load. I bet Leslie can refer you to a good attorney. Wouldn't hurt to ask. Yep, you're right. It's a song that's created. It's not, you know, it's parody. It's not anything that has to do with the Takedown Act or anything like that. Hey, they're allowed to sell and sell products mocking me, correct? Isn't that what they're doing? They're making money off of me, huh? In content, in advertising, and in products. So Jeremy's a fool, because trust me, it's all going to be brought up. Like, that is legit claims. So doesn't Jeremy say one of his mods started his GoFundMe? Yes, I guess he feels that's acceptable. So one of Lisa's mods should feel comfortable doing the same for Lisa if they really wanted to. Oh well, I'm not going to suggest that. I'm not going to do that. I appreciate the thought though. I don't want anybody doing a GoFundMe for me or anything like that. I don't want that. Please. I don't want that. I don't do GoFundMes. I don't actually agree with their practices and stuff. Like, I just don't agree with the way that's that wasn't for you to read, Lisa. Oh, oops. And the one thing you didn't want me to read, right? Forget breadsticks, Lisa needs the whole bakery. Well, apparently there's more rolls around here because we're fat people. I have more rolls than a bakery, bitch. What's your problem? What's your problem? She forgets I'm older than her. Her shit's old. Her shit is old. I said that shit a long time ago. When I was like 12. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go.
And the coyotes sleep. Lives a man with a dream he can't fulfill. Jeremy reigns over, hold up, kill ye. Raise your jar, stomp your boots. Jeremy 2021. Legend says he wants out, drink a beer while dancing a jig in his underwheel. George, stomp your boots. Jeremy's here in his denim suits. He don't need crown nor no fine gold thrills. He's the king of the hold-on hillbillies still. Bang that jug, shake them hips. Jeremy rules with a toothpick grip. From the outhouse throne to the Possum Hills, he's the king of the hold-on hillbillies still. Electric truck with stolen goods in the bed. Got YouTube dreams at a pointed head. Fried squirrel stew on the fire at dawn. Poop set a bucket till the break of morn.
Now that was what was created here by our creative director. Hee-haw! I went to Facebook to see what the heck was going on, and my comments were all over because reaction to what you were saying. Let them react. Look, they've got nothing better to do. They're keyboard warriors over there. They are keyboard warriors. We will see Anya, however she wants to say her crazy ass obsessive name with all her little stuff that she does. We will see her over an island at the local authorities. Hey, Robbie, what's going on?
What's happening? What's happening?
I heard you just went on a live gator call.
Yeah, not just now. It's right
Well,
as
you just
we were getting
released
ready
them, right?
to get on your live. Yeah, we just released them.
Wow, where'd you have to go? Villages?
The south end of the villages.
Hey, I like
Oh, you can.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Scott
MoMagic
Scooter's
made
there,
that for me.
guys. Say
How
hi to
y'all
Scooter
doing?
in the background.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello again to the ones that were on the e-gator call. Hello to everybody else too.
Teaser Kendra kicked off her live doing dancing. Shout out John Cabs. So,
Yo, yo, yo.
Robbie, how big was the gator?
Yo,
How big was the
9 foot
gator?
6 inches.
Wow.
What she's
Big was the gator.
9 foot 6.
Wow.
Hey, what was that name she was saying?
Gator in the
earlier?
marsh?
Tana?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Went in the marsh.
Okay.
Hello,
Female?
Catherine. Male. 100% male.
Male. Ask Scott. He tasted it.
I did not taste it. It went on my chin.
No. What do you mean?
You missed my mouth this time.
What do you mean you
I think we
tasted
need to
it?
do a
Don't tell me
breakfast
you
test.
do that. Ugh.
I did it.
Oh,
Good
he's got me a
God.
few times. This time he
Disgusting.
actually missed.
This time I missed.
He got me right on the chin.
Ay.
Because I had my hand right in the same spot. And I was about to do it to him, but I warned him.
So I hurried up and did it to him.
He went from the other side of the tail and got me. I couldn't even. That's how big this tail of the gator was. We couldn't even touch hands in the same area.
Shut up, John Caps. OnlyFans says shut up, John Caps. And you too, Bud Light Corner, now. Robbie, Kendra needs a night off.
How do we lose? What's going on here?
Oh, what? You didn't see it?
Did we lose Lisa?
Hello? I just confused Robbie. What does a 9.6? Hello?
What was all that on the screen?
It was a video for you and John Caps and Bud Light.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
You missed it. I just confused you with it, I think.
I think he's referring to
Well,
the
you
woman.
got all the boys' attention, right?
I was like, hey, well, wait a minute. What's that?
I'm trying to figure out what the
He looked like he was mounting it. I almost put your live on here so we could watch, but I didn't.
You could have. I don't
Yeah.
care. You know that.
Well, I didn't because I knew you'd be talking and stuff, and I was like already into my whole like thing about what the hell's been going on and them attacking Leslie and stuff. So I was like,
Boy.
yeah, we'll see how long it takes. When I'm done, I'll play it. So I'll play it again.
We were just getting ready to get on your show,
when the call.
and the call came.
Wow.
I
But that was
like,
quick. You went there, got it, and you're back already. That was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Where was
We
it?
were
Was it
prepared
in
for
like?
the
I'm
worst.
sorry, I didn't see it. So, was it in somebody's yard or something, or
I
pool,
can
or?
check it. We get so much
Yeah,
better
in their
for it.
yard.
You know that? We prepared for the worst. Expect the worst.
Megan
hope for the
took the
Yeah.
live from today down already.
What happened?
best. Megan took the
Really?
live from today.
Why?
Because she's talking too much trash and she's defaming people in it. Don't worry, if nobody got it, you could subpoena that shit. Just saying. She ran her mouth too much. Yeah.
Was she
Oh
a
yeah, you gotta
dirty?
hear it.
Was she a dirty deleter?
She's a dirty deleter. She sure is. They all are. Yeah, Megan's foaming at the mouth, Robbie, really hard. Really hard. Lisa confused Robbie and Scott like Tori confused people tonight by getting me to cover for Marsha. Yeah, Hannah was on Tori's thing. I'm like, what? I'm like, who is that? Holy shit, Hannah's up there. Yeah. Spoilage alert, peculiar. That's funny shit. She actually did remove it.
Hello, Daddy.
That is funny. Megan.
What's up, Spade?
You silly girl. You silly girl. What are you scared of, Megan Fox? What are you so afraid of? Fucking bitch. What you so scared of? That's hilarious. Ridiculous.
Yeah, she has that Jersey accent, Tammy.
Who does?
That one.
No, Tammy was talking about Helen's.
Oh,
Hannah's.
Oh, you mean Tana's?
Ugh.
Isn't that what Lisa called her earlier?
No.
I thought she said Tana.
You are so lost. Dude, are you a blonde?
Felt like that earlier.
Oh,
You know
my
what's funny?
goodness.
What's going to be really funny is like Disney going after her for the whole Muppet thing and using the Muppets the way she's using them. Oh, it's going to be funny.
Lisa,
Poor
Jared
Megan.
said it's still up and it's on Tug's channel.
It's on Tug's channel from tonight, that I know. Tug's video is from tonight.
Oh, okay.
That's already done. He ended it like a little bit ago. That's already recorded. No, well, yes, her last name is really Fox, but that's not her maiden name. Yeah. At the beginning, through my avatar wasn't up, so Topher came in to say hi, and I said, "Oh," he's like, "Who's that?" Topher's cool, man. But yeah, no, Robbie, they've gone gung ho on Leslie, and it's just really bad. And you know, obviously they're gonna get their fill with it, and they're gonna run off and they're gonna find something else. But until you know, they do, they're gonna continue to go off on Leslie. So
They listen, they can do whatever they want. The facts are the facts. Leslie's not doing this to make money on YouTube. She's not doing
Nope.
it for
Lisa come up
Stuff
into
down.
courtroom with fucking like 10 attorneys. Oh, you're funny, Spade.
her page down.
Robbie, you're going out. You're like fading in and out.
You keep losing sound.
Yeah, I
There you
noticed that
go.
too.
Because you keep going
You hooked
out.
up to your Wi-Fi here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's hooked up.
That's
It's
weird.
a
It's been
past
happening all
law
night
now,
today,
isn't
all
it?
evening.
Are you talking about like the one from Monday? That's called the Takedown Act.
I don't know
It-
why.
It works with people not consenting to
So now
being
I
put
can't
in
hear anything.
Can you
digital
guys hear us?
AI images that isn't
Hello?
real, involving them in some type
Hello?
of sexual or non-sexual, just like things that they didn't do, you know. But it also deals
I
with
don't
deep
think they can
fake
hear it.
images.
Yes.
So
Okay, they can hear us. Oh, there they are.
yeah, it has the
I
Muppet
think
app
it's coming
on
up.
it, which is what she uses. The problem is Disney will not appreciate what she's doing and how she's using it. Sorry, they won't. They won't stand for it. No company's going to stand for people using their product to hurt others.
Especially Disney.
Uh-huh.
Especially Disney.
They won't bat an eye about it. To 'em.
Yeah. Yeah. They will. They will know all about it. Can you download the 10? The 10 what? What are you referring to, Jenny? I'm missing something that Jenny originally said, I think. Download the 10 what? I'm waiting for an answer. Robbie, when are you going to Miami?
Only thing I could think of for the 10 would be the 10 Commandments. So would you download them?
They're saying Lisa doxed Megan. I didn't dox Megan. How did I dox Megan?
9 chins.
I doxed Megan. I did not give out her address or anything. I didn't dox her at all. 9 chins. I'd like to sponsor a role, please. How did I supposedly dox her? Yeah, that's a real good question, but it's all over the fake page that you're going to file a police report on you. Okay, well then I'll go after Megan for filing and doxing. Not filing, but doxing my husband and my address that was passed along to all the minions, where DJ Radis, I'll hold her responsible for DJ Radis putting my address, my actual address, into a song. So I'll hang Megan up for that, okay? I did not give out her address. I didn't even say what freaking town she lives in. I just said she lives in the boonies in New York, that she ain't no real New Yorker. She doesn't come from New York. If she'd been born there, whatever, lived there, knows the New York lifestyle, then that would have been a different story, but she's not.
I don't even know what state she lives in.
She lives in New York. She lives up by Buffalo, like outside of Buffalo somewhere. Probably further away from Buffalo, but that's the closest main city on a map. Let's put it that way. 11, go find me for Lisa Bakery money now. I haven't checked it, Sylvie. I'm just looking. Teddy, don't feel bad. Lisa's always missing something. Yeah, well, it's hard when the chat's flying and I can only see so many chats at once, and then it's past while I'm reading one. In more than one shitty yard in New York, she shouldn't flatter herself. Yeah, I didn't say where she lives. I didn't give out her address or nothing. I didn't give out her fake name or something like that. But she did mine. So, you know what? Let's play that game. Until you got me saying her shit, you can't file nothing. But I have clips of her showing my address. So there you go.
I know you did, but what did I do?
And now you are, but what
Right?
am I?
She always tries to lie and say shit about people. I never mentioned her husband or her kids, and she's trying to say I did. I never did. Never did. I don't play like that. To me, here's the thing when it comes to Megan, okay? The whole story, the case, okay, is about Jeremy, John, and Michelle. They tried to add me and her attorney to it. It didn't work. So what they did was they created a new case and added a whole bunch of people that are YouTubers and reporters. And he's an idiot. He's not going to get away with it. Okay. But that's what he did. Okay. So therefore, the people involved in the case are what's relevant, right? Megan is not in the case. Megan is not relevant. Megan is spewing Jeremy's shit. Why? Because when she does, he only has to say so much. She goes on the smear narrative for him. How do I know this? Because I worked in PR. I know how it works. And, you know, I don't know, Megan. I think I might have learned that a long time before you did. I'm a little older than you. Just saying. She acts like she's like this know-it-all, too. The GoFundMe's at $5 billion. Let's buy the ship. No. Well, $5 billion, yeah. Yes, we could do it. We could do it. Hey, we could buy 2 or 3. Robbie, you want a ship?
Buy a fleet. Sure, buy a fleet of them.
A fleet.
Buy a fleet.
A fleet. Oh my gosh. How many islands do we need then? Like one for each ship? Oh, do we just bring them all to the same island?
Build your own islands.
This is getting crazy. I mean, because, you know, when you have that kind of money, you got to spend it. Or, according to Jeremy, you got to hide it. We won't do any of that shit. We're truth over here. Let's buy an island. Yeah, we're buying an island. I agree. Let's buy an island. I agree. As a matter of fact, I thought we had one, but I could be wrong. We already had an island. Our ship is being worked on. There you go. Begging man's a fucking wanker. Let's buy some rental condos and Cedar King as a destination cruise point. That would be pretty funny. How about we buy the rest of the condos? Robbie, we'll put you in charge of the HOA.
Oh my God.
He'll be the gator trapper for the HOA.
Now that Carol Wench chick is going to be on Facebook going, oh my God, they're going to buy all the condos next door to Jeremy. I can just see it now. Follow him up, follow him up. Johnny Depp's Island's for sale. Oh my God. We really need to do that. We should go buy all those condos. $5 billion, let's buy them all. And we'll buy the surrounding properties. Let's buy up the whole city. Although it's in distress pretty much right now. So, I mean, there's a lot of damage over there from the hurricanes. Maybe we can go fix it all up. You know?
Oh, I get the handicap room, Jenny.
Please make room big enough for a scooter and a wheelchair.
One big enough for a scooter and
There's
a
plenty.
wheelchair.
There is plenty.
But on scooter.
Oh my God.
This will need a limo and security just to go to court.
Definitely
Oh my
a
God.
blonde today, I swear.
You know what? I'll tell you what. We will have security if we go to court. There's no doubt. There will be security there. Because these people that follow him are freaks. So the thought that there's no joke. I would definitely have security there if I have to go into court. So I think I see the losers pool on the cruise ship. That's so funny. Yeah, we got to buy oh my God, the freaks. The freaks over there. The Hold on Hillbillies Manor. Oh my God. No, see, we're not part of them now. But oh my God, we could buy so much stuff for them. That's what we do. Right? We fix people. We help fix their lives if they need it, you know? So they're not suffering. I don't like people suffering, and I try to help any which way I can. But unfortunately, I can't help everybody, you know? But if I had $5 million, you know what we could do as far as helping people with $5 million? Wow. Have you billed Todd for burning the couches yet? Lisa, nope, 9 chins, I haven't. He ruined them. Ruined them. We had to have the exterminator, not the exterminator, the fire department come. The exterminators. Look, see, he burnt them. We had to come put the fire out and everything. Somebody thought the fireman was like peeing on the couches. I said no. Yeah, we help people here, and they hurt people. I don't know of them helping anybody. They said they've done things, but I didn't see. I mean, I can't imagine what he did with those backpacks and stuff. I'm pretty sure they got them. And if they didn't get it over to Egypt, then maybe they got them put them elsewhere. Gave them to a bunch of kids that needed them. And why not? If you couldn't get them to travel there, then go give them to another school. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, unfortunately, it didn't go to where it said, but there's definitely more kids, that needed that kind of, stuff for school and stuff. And here in the States, that maybe if you couldn't get it overseas, then hey, you could have shown that. But I don't know. Apparently, the ant did it. I really don't know. I find it ironic that there's $150,000 to restore this or rehelp someone that, and it turns out to be the guy at the camp that he went to and is friends with. That to me was just like, really. I hope if the lifeboats on the cruise need to be used, Lisa won't have to pick our seats in it. Oh man, you guys are funny. There's no fixing stupid though, Lisa, and so far science hasn't successfully done a brain transplant. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's no point in even trying to. Look, all I can do is move forward, covering the case that's going on. I really don't want to go after this daily bullshit anymore because it's so repetitive. And even though one thing comes out, you end up repeating the whole freaking thing for everybody who's new and stuff. And it's, it's so draining. It's been months of it. But now, when there's new stuff, like they're attacking Leslie for going over the case, man. It's like, what? She's not even like a lawyer for somebody. She's trying to go over every point of the case. She can only go over the complaint. She has to wait for people to answer to go over the rest of the case. And what'd you do? Because she got interviews from one side, you attacked the shit out of her. Look what you freaking did. Jesus. It's not like she tried to contact anybody and you guys didn't want to give her any type of contact. She wasn't biased. She was just going over the case. That's it. If your lawsuit has no merit, like the first one didn't, you can't help that. And she's not the only lawyer that fucking agrees to that. Many, many lawyers think the lawsuit is bullshit. Many lawyers. And then you wonder, okay, well then why aren't they taking the case? Because they don't want what happened to Bruce to happen to them. Or now Leslie, and she's not even an attorney. But she's a retired attorney that's not even on the case. Look what happened. Look. Going after cases that people win. Where are the winning cases? Did anybody talk about the winning cases? I bet you she didn't. Lawyers have winning cases, they have losing cases. They, no lawyer wins every case. Anyway, I just hope the hillbillies continues because it was funny shit, and it's a story. It's a funny story. It's a sad story.
Why wouldn't the hillbillies continue?
They took it down.
They took
the
it
bully
down?
exterminators themselves took it down. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
That stuff was funny.
Yeah. Just like JK does things and Radis and all the people that over there try to, make all those songs and use like Shrek pictures for the two Lees and all this stuff, or two Fleas, whatever they're calling them. Us, whatever. Fat Lisa Lee, Roly Poly, whatever,
Walrus.
Walrus, yeah. You're lucky, Robbie. They didn't attack your looks. They just said that you were a hero in a box.
Ugh.
But out of pocket mine. Let me. Now many channels are included in what the hell is ecosystem 15. More than that. There's more than that. And it's funny because, like, anybody who has said anything against Jeremy in any fashion where it can be noted. Now, I want to know why Jeremy hasn't sued all the people that were on Reddit talking about him for the past few years. Why isn't he suing all of them? It's pretty interesting when there's other YouTubers that have issues with him, and yet he hasn't sued them. Why hasn't he sued Guapo yet? Big fucking mouth over there threatening to sue him. Why hasn't he sued him yet? Why hasn't he sued him? What's he afraid of?
Guapo's got too much on him.
Well, here's the funny thing. Does he think that in suing us, we can't bring in Guapo as a witness? Is that what he thinks?
That's so stupid.
Guapo or anybody else that has ever worked with Jeremy before can be brought in as a witness. Jeremy's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot. But you know what? He doesn't care. You know why? Because his whole idea is to bankrupt everybody involved by making them spend all their money in court costs. He said it. He said it numerous times. Not only, it was funny because there's a video. It's like 4 clips of him saying it at different times. But the one where he's first talking about it, he talks about how he has an army that will support him while he's going after people lawsuits. He said it. I was like, don't. Did he just say what I think he said? Yes, he did. He spoke of the army he has behind him in suing people. I was like, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot, dude. 9 chins, 15-minute warning. It's going to end in 15 minutes? Hold on, let me see.
What is?
We need 2 more. Yep, 15 minutes. Will do. I told my niece about his praying and stuff. My brother Tom really digged it. Cool. I have an army of bakers. Yeah, we like to bake around here. I got new baking pans, did I tell y'all? Okay, I have a question. Is anybody interested in jeans? Should I like just throw these out? Or donate them? Helen, thank you for the $5 super chat. Guapo look like Pancho Villa today. Arriba, arriba. Lisa, there is legal aid too. That's true. That is true. I'm not sure if I qualify for that. Sally, 1 more to go. Boop, boop. We did it. Our goal is complete. We have a giveaway to do. Awesome. Awesome. Spade wants rock.
Spade, they sell it on Jeremy's channel.
Kiss you. Thank you so much. They sell it on Jeremy's channel. What, rock?
Rock.
Did I miss something? What kind of rock?
I'm glad my mind was in the right.
What kind of rock do they sell on his channel?
Crack rock.
Sandra owns a bakery. Oh. Sandra, what are those Christmas cookies called? They're green and pink with the chocolate in the middle of it, shaped like a leaf. What are they called? I love them. They also make them for, I think, diabetics too. I always forget the name of it, so that's why I'm asking. Willis sells at Lubetown 2.0. Rocks? What kind of rocks?
Emu.
What size jeans? Okay, so there is size, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I don't think there's any more 18, but I can check. 20, 22, 24. Then it goes 34, 36. Oh, sorry, 32, 34, 36, and there's like 2 38s. So there's quite a few sizes there. Robbie, what length? What size are you in jeans?
34, 36.
I think it's like 34, 34. What?
34,
34,
36.
36? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any 36. It's 34, but I don't think 36. Oh, you want me to
Depends on the
reset
brand
it?
you're wedding plan.
1 second. Whoops.
Spade is so interested in The Rock.
Mm-hmm. Is he talking about
There you go.
The Rock?
I don't know.
As in The Rock?
As in Dwayne Johnson?
Are there
Yes.
any of the jeans skinny jeans, Lisa Lee? Actually, yes, some of them are. Hubby's 34, 34. I believe there's 34, 34 there.
Let's
I can
go.
check.
Spade, settle down.
They're excited for
They
The
go
Rock.
from between German ears. Yeah, there's different sizes there. I'll show them. I think maybe we'll do that Saturday. I had to organize my garage to get stuff in a certain position, and I kind of got that now, so we're giddy. I know I keep saying it, but something else always freaking comes up. But I have organized it to a point where I can get it. So there's jeans, there's shirts and clothes, there's dishes, there's china, there's, oh my god, you know what I found? A bin full of hair dye, like all different kinds, like unopened hair, not like box, like professional hair dye, different colors. Is Kendra coming on Saturday? I don't know. I can't. I can only. I only know if when Kendra's coming on that day because of what she's dealing with health wise. It's all about how she feels. So, Carol, email and put clothes in subject. Yeah, if you're interested in clothing, like send me an email and tell me what size, and I'll let you know what I have. Or I'll take pictures of them for you if you want. I also have porcelain dolls. I have a little Bo Peep. This is really cute. I have a Rapunzel.
No.
Oh, Scott, no. T-shirts to sleep. I don't have those for sale here, but I have tons of t-shirts in my and I'm going to be adding t-shirts to the merch shop. Let's see. Okay, thank you. Pop them up, and Lisa. Let's see. There's a lot of like small shirts and stuff, a lot of Air Nikes. There is one Journey shirt and one Bob Marley shirt. Heather wants the dolls.
Bob Marley?
No, Heather doesn't want the dolls, actually. Huh?
Who's Bob Barley?
Bob Marley.
Oh.
You said Bob Barley.
No, I said Bob Marley.
You said Bob
the first
Marley.
time you said
What is wrong
Barley.
with you? You can't hear my H's?
You said Bob
Marley.
Barley.
Marley. Marley.
Barley isn't
Those
spelled
cookies
with an
are
H.
Italian leaf cookies. Well, that was easy, right? I love those cookies. I always get them, but they don't have them all the time. I just found out that the bakery that I grew up like going to,
Bob
it's like
Barley.
like a known bakery, is
Trigger.
they're closing down after like
Bob
58
Barley.
years. I'm bummed. You heard me? It's Marley. I think we all knew I said Marley.
Barley?
I mentioned
You
it
said
to Bob Marley. What size is the Bob Marley? Hold on. That's right here. I can
What's
actually
that?
look.
Bob Harley.
Oh, I forgot. Marley!
You've got a Bob Harley?
Marley. Scott always tries to annoy me.
I did not.
You always try to annoy me. Where is it? It's right here.
See, even Harper said Bob Barley.
Bob Barley.
Robbie
Harley?
Gator shirt.
Which one? Let me see it.
Hold on. Oh, please.
9 chins, that would be boring.
Man, I have this all done. Now it's going to fall apart. The Gators shirt. There's also some Nike shorts here, Air Jordan shorts.
So Harper did they
All right.
Played it back.
played it back, and she
So
did
this
say Bob
Gators
Marley.
shirt.
You said you. There you go.
It's blue. It's
Harper
got the
played it
Gators
back, and
logo
you said
on it.
Bob Marley.
Can you hear me, Robbie?
Yes.
Okay. It is not your size. Hate to say it. It's a Gators logo, and it says Florida Forever, Royal and Orange. Go for Gators, the Gator Nation. It's only on one side.
What size is it?
It doesn't say. I don't think it's Robbie's. I mean, maybe it might be tight. Maybe it'll fit Z. Maybe.
Miko could wear it.
Huh?
Miko could wear it.
Miko could wear it.
Okay. Well, I have a Gator shirt, and then
Miko's a Gator fan.
here's the Journey. The Journey shirt is a large shirt. It's Summer Tour 2024.
Too new.
So it's a recent Journey shirt. This is the first time I looked at that. And then the Bob Marley.
What size is the Bob Marley shirt?
I'm looking. I pulled it. It's the next one. Hold on. This one. Bob Marley says 1945, his birthday, and there's no tag. Looks like it's double stitched though. No tag, but it looks like it would fit you if that's what you're looking for. 2/6/1945 has a date on it in the front. It's got him in the he's young in it too. This shirt would fit you, Robbie, if you're looking for you. But yeah, there's no tag.
It's newer if there's no tag.
What?
I think it's newer if there's no tag. Is it printed on the shirt?
It's
Or
printed
is
on the
tag
shirt.
tore out?
No, there's no tag at all.
So it might have been torn.
Oh, so it's probably tore off.
And then what is this one? I pulled out 5 of them. So this one is a Disney Cruise Line shirt. It says, when it comes to pleasing everyone, the difference is Disney.
Look at the sleeves, the cuffs on the sleeves. Does it have 2 lines of stitching or 1?
2.
Really?
On the Disney shirt. Hold on. You're talking about the Bob Marley?
Yeah.
Hold on. Bob
But
Marley on the orange
It's like
stitching.
they can't be
1.
separate. They got to be like right next to each other.
Like
Like,
almost like a cross stitch going
Yeah.
back and forth, zigzag. If I remember right. But it
Yeah.
makes it look like it's got 2 stitching.
yeah, it's not like this. This is 2 stitch, but it's not.
Yeah,
a-
it goes like
double
dip, dip,
stitch.
dip, dip.
Right.
It almost zigzags.
There's like
It
a
makes it look
stitch
like
and a
double
line in
stitch.
between it and a stitch.
No, that's
That's the
not
newer.
it. That's newer.
Those are
Now, what is
tattletale
this
signs
one?
on.
I pulled these all out. This last one here is Puma. Yeah, it's a Puma shirt. Single stitch. Puma size black shirt with the red writing, and it's a Puma shirt and it's large. Long.
Kimberly S is asking, do any of them have dates on them?
Any of them have dates on them?
I think you said the Journey one did, didn't it?
The Journey says 2024 on it.
Yeah, that's the only one that she
Bob
said,
Marley
Kimberly.
one has his birth date on it. 1946.
1X to 2X, Beverly. Who's that?
That
Bernadette.
Bernadette.
I can't see it when her name's right
I
there
know.
because
This
it's
sounds like
green.
eavesdropping on a phone call. Internet's making you crazy. Why? What's going on? The ticket dances Disney. There's more shirts and stuff. There's jeans, there's shirts. Yeah. Teacups. Christmas stuff. A lot of the Christmas stuff, though, we're using for the next Christmas event. So that way we have decor. Lisa now has over 20 GoFundMe accounts. Oh my gosh. Let's go.
Do you really?
No, I don't have any. I'm not having I don't want a
I
GoFundMe
bet you
account. How much for the Bob Marley? I'll take it. I don't know yet. Email me, Bernadette. Kimberly, apparently the dishwasher won't work. Ask Monica. By the way, if there's any problem with the cruise line, you guys go to Kim Chess. She'll help you with all your needs. So where are you at right now, Robbie? Are you at your place or
Yeah.
did you leave? Huh?
Yeah, we're at my place.
Problems discerning your voices from the voices in my head. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yikes. Ew. That guy's scary looking.
Who is?
Tug.
I don't even know who that is.
Tug? That freak that's on with
He's on
Megan.
with that. Whatever.
Yeah, begging Megan. They both actually beg for breadsticks and get mad when people don't send them breadsticks. And this guy has been, or claims to have been, a counselor who wrote articles about bullying. And apparently, at 30 years old, married a girl who he supposedly counseled. I don't know if that's true or not. I have to vet that. But when she was 18. So she turned 18, he married her, and he was 30.
Is he married to her?
He was. If this is the
Oh,
one that he was
divorced.
divorcing from, I don't know. Yeah. But I was told that she was his client first. Like whether he was social work or counselor or not. He has an article as if he's a counselor. I don't have it in front of me to quote, whatever his, title might be or whatever. But yeah. He went for someone much younger than him. Who it was barely even an adult. I don't know, there's some kind of power in that, I think. I don't know, it's scary when you got someone like him being any kind of therapy or therapist or something like that. My opinion anyway. Someone who's okay with going online and bullying people being a therapist is a problem for me.
Yeah, that's something hypocritical there.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently it's been alleged that he was in fact, or she was a patient of his and their relationship began when she was underage. That's just, the possible alleging thing, spreader of information and hate against Amber. Hold on. Sorry. Let me just read this because I don't want to say anything that's like not right here. Uh, this is when the Johnny Depp, he was actually part of an article. Amber Heard, I have to look at it again and I'll find out the actual particulars about it. But he was brought up with people that were going public with the Amber Heard trial with Johnny Depp. And Amber Heard's people actually brought him up. I believe it was their PR team. This guy's scary, dude, man. Ugh. He's really scary.
That guy's voice just annoys me.
Yeah, like the guy doesn't even know how to dress. He's weird. He's very weird. Sorry, I'm being critical, but yikes. All right. On the 19th, it's already there. Hold on. It's the 23rd, but hold on.
Say thank you, Jenny.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading. Oh, a little late. It won't let me put all that info in there, and I already said it anyway. Dang it. Sorry, I'm just reading the emails. All right. Okay, let me come back. There we go. All right, sorry. I hate dead air. Anyway, why don't we do the giveaway? Let's do a giveaway. Hold, please. Oh,
Yeah, because
I
Spade
put
wants the rock.
that's
Hey, Lisa,
for
I think Spade
yeah.
wants a rock.
Spade. You want a rock? You're gonna have to enter the
I might be
giveaway.
wrong.
What kind of rock you looking for? Give me a hashtag.
Rock.
Oh, I know one. Hold on. Speaking of rocks. All right, I got it. There we go. Get your hashtags in, guys. Do a giveaway. That's the other thing. That J Hip character was complaining. Hi, J Hip, by the way, because I know you're watching. Apparently, he's in here. We probably know him under a different name. I don't even know. But anyway, apparently he's in here and he's complaining that, he puts his little hashtag in and he waits around 10 minutes to do a giveaway, but I make him wait an hour. He's a little pissed off about it.
Aw.
Ah, poor J Hip. Or shall we call him Ray? These things, like, it's so stupid, the shit that they complain about, man. It really is. Like, oh, did you not realize that there was a typo? Is that what you're gonna go attack somebody for? A typo? You know damn well what it is. And the damn thing's being amended anyway. So don't worry.
What's being amended?
Don't worry. What?
What's being amended?
The complaint against the lawsuit against Jeremy and J Hip.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's being amended because it's also included in it is Jane Doe 1 through 10. So she's already planning on adding people to it. She just didn't have everybody's names and stuff when she filed it. It's already been slated. Like, it's already going to court. Like, there's a date for trial in 2027, which I couldn't believe that that's that far out, but it is out there. So I'm thinking that Megan's going to need a lot of breadsticks. Yeah. She should kind of, I guess from what the chat was telling me that, her kids' schools are complaining or whatever's complaining about her channel. or her kids getting feedback about her channel, then maybe she should shut up. You know, maybe go back to real reporting and not this like crazy shit, untruth, lies, and spewing crap, and political narratives that you're going for, because obviously there's something that's irritating, people in your community, like your actual living community or wherever your children go to school, seeing it being that you've mentioned that.
Bob Barley.
Yeah. It's not Bob Barley.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misspelled it.
So, I mean, she really needs to fix her own shit in her own backyard before she's going to start like going off on other people. She thinks because she doesn't have like an arrest record so far, I guess. I don't think she does. But she thinks that just because of that, it doesn't mean anything. So what? People have arrest records all the time. Guess what? They have experience, they've lived, and they've learned. What have you learned? You learned to put yourself on a fucking pedestal that you do not deserve. People live life. You're like flying by, sitting at home, like bullshitting on the internet, spewing a bunch of fucking lies. That's what she's doing. Any credibility she had, she lost. And by the way, the books that I saw her write anyway, are you kidding? Whatever. Really? Non-interesting books. I'm sure people say my voice is, a certain way too when you hear it all the time. So, but
It is?
I don't know. I'm sure if people hear my voice enough, they get, irritated by it. So who would want to listen to me all the time anyway? I just can't listen to them at all. And I've heard enough Germ to last me a freaking lifetime. I wish I've never heard his voice before. You have to remember, I've had to go back and watch every freaking video. So, yeah. And it took me months. So, yeah. Enough Germ. The fact that I have to watch him daily now just to make sure he's not, throwing out all kinds of, defaming shit. That's what I'm doing. I have to make sure that there's no more. If there's more defaming shit, he goes down for more. That's it. It's just more proof. It's more evidence against him. These people literally walk around thinking nothing's going to happen. They think they got free speech and they're on the internet. Oh, well, you're on the internet. Get over it. Really? Well, guess what? Your rights are still protected on the internet, whether people are enforcing them or not. They're going to be. They're starting to. And I guess maybe you guys will be the first to go down for it. Who knows? We'll see. My voice is soothing. Well,
Rock.
that's cool. I know I can put people to sleep. I've always been able to put babies to sleep.
Yeah, I know.
Not when I get loud, though. Because when I'm passionate about something, I'll get louder. So, we love your voice stuff. Well, I'm just saying, I'm sure I can be just as annoying to anybody else, Although I don't think I sound like I have marbles in my mouth. I don't think I'm just like, like I don't do that. And then I also don't like talk like this other new guy. It's weird. It's like you have a Coop and a Will Barnes who lie constantly. And I thought they were kind of on their own, but if you listen to one of their shows, they're following Megan and Tug. And then you got this J Hipster carrier, and I'm saying carrier because he's carrying the bullshit, coming and being recruited from Megan, Then you have this other chick now, which has actually been there, named Rosalind, and she thinks she's all kinds of funny. And if you ask me, her and like Megan make besties, they're like two people that have never like been treated well or something like that. I don't know. But I would have thought that Rosalind Duke had a little more smarts about her. She's funnier, she's wittier, definitely. However, she's following their narrative and she's lying along with them, which to me makes that a whole bunch of bullshit. So not one of these people have ever come to me and asked me to remove something that was false, to question me, interview me, anything. I mean, I am a defendant, whatever. I don't care if they want to interview me, whether they'll get one or not. I don't know. But, I wasn't on here to do any of that. I had my channel. I was doing my thing. We talked about celebrities, cases, things like that. And then we did other stuff. We did crystals until one of the people in our community started with another one. And I had enough of watching that guy act like he was a freaking victim when he's clearly not. And more shit just came up about how he really and truly is. And then I found out about Michelle and what was going on there. So,
John Cap, you ain't right. Wah, 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 wah,
shut
wah,
up, John Cap.
Wah, 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 wah.
When I get going, I sound like that? Okay, well, I'll just shut up. How about you like dead air?
No, you're supposed to do it. Come on, Lisa.
No. Wah, wah, wah.
Come on.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
There you go. Duke, Freudian slip. Yeah, I don't know what her story is, but she's trying to like put a timeline together. It's like, does she even know the freaking story? No, she doesn't. She's getting her timeline from, go back and watch the freaking episodes. Why are none of these people vetting their stuff? Don't listen to what Megan says. Don't follow what Jeremy's telling you in some kind of, backstage thing or calling you on the phone. Go watch the freaking videos. Start from day one and watch them. That's how you vet your shit. You don't listen to everybody's bullshit. You go and you watch the shit yourself. Be a real freaking journalist. Sorry, I just, I can't. These people don't vet anything. And then you got like Jay Hipster's totally admitting he doesn't cover cases. He doesn't do, so he's just there bullshitting and trying to attack people. Since the day he started his channel, he went after Volpe and Rich, attacking them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came after me. Now he's going after Leslie. So, I guess he's going to learn pretty damn quickly, what you really can and cannot do. And as much as people want to talk about, First Amendment, there's a line. And Jay Hip may have found himself in that line and joining in on it. And that's why he's there. So, but the lawsuit is not about somebody calling her a Muppet. So, Megan, stop it. You're a joke. But you know what? Since Disney is, okay with her using the Muppets like that, there's even a bigger situation that can go down about this. Good job, Megan. I don't think anybody's going to be upset about being called a Muppet. Quite frankly, her Muppet looks better than yours still. Sorry. She still has a better looking Muppet than Megan does. What?
Oh.
And why does that freak cover his face all the time? I think I just saw why.
Unless that's him over there. I see a parking light.
He talks about other people not showing their face, but yeah, he doesn't show his face. Why? Because he's protecting his face because of his job? Is he what's his reason for protecting his face? Is it protecting his privacy? Oh. I guess he's allowed to do that. Oh, okay. Okay.
This one right here behind the fence.
So I guess when they don't show their face, Megan must not have her hairdo out. She's probably got it up in a bun. Or better yet, she probably looks like it in that hat. Remember that picture of her with that hat and her chin, her neck was sticking out to her chin? And yeah, that was gross. So I guess she only puts a camera on when she does her hair up and wants people to pay her breadsticks to see herself. I don't know. I really don't know her game because I don't watch it enough. But, I had to watch because of this shit with Megan. And I'm documenting stuff. So, unfortunately, if I have to watch their show, I have to watch their stuff. Now there's another lawsuit to document shit on. So, okay.
Where are you hiding at?
She would have to listen to herself too. She's one of the reasons I turned away from Germ, and then I found you guys. What a breath of fresh air. Thank you, Terry.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just
We
a.
just got
But I mean,
witnesses
think
when
about
we
it,
come back.
guys. Here's one statement
Then if he's
about
sleeping
Germ and her covering him.
Are you sleeping in there?
A lot of us here right now have watched Germ's channel, right? Okay, we have.
Yeah, he's gonna sleep in there.
Now, have any of you seen him tell the world, the planet, as he was moving to Otter Creek, when he moved to Otter Creek, when he finally moved into his property and was showing everybody around the property, did he at any time say he was moving there to create tourism for Otter Creek? At any time? Type a
No.
1 in the chat if the answer is no.
It is 100% no. He said he was doing it because he was going to start a Christian camp there that he was leaving to his kids.
No. He never said he was going to create tourism there when he moved there.
No.
Some people are saying yes. No. I don't recall that. I recall exactly what you said, Robbie. And that was going to be the best investment that he made because of the turnpike going in.
Yep. It was going to be worth.
But when
$millions.
Megan did this little like short, story about Jeremy.
Exactly.
And in this short story, she says that he moved to Otter Creek to create tourism. And I'm like, is she out of her freaking mind? That's a lie. Again, a lie. Everybody who's watched Jeremy Hales knows that is not why he moved there. That is not what he said. So she's just following his freaking narrative.
Creating tourism.
No. Tourism didn't start until Boobtown. How many entries we got? We got 86 entries, guys. Get them entries in there. We don't want to make J Hip wait for an hour. I thought he bought it to resell to the state for a turnpike. Guess he never heard of that. Yeah, he also thought he was going to get money from the cell tower on there. No, never going to happen. Make us wait for Rock because other people complain. Thanks a lot. He didn't want to tell anyone because he wanted privacy. Yeah, you're right. And that was all a lie. His kids don't want anything to do with him or his falsities. No. He says that he put his house in his kid's name. No, he did not. All his properties up in Ohio are still under the same name, except for the fact that the Ohio house was moved from him and George to just him, and then he put that in the trust. And as we all learned, that it doesn't matter. And then the property that he had in his name in Otter Creek has now been put under Hang Your Hat Homes. So there is nothing in his kids' names. What?
When did I meet him? In 2021?
I think so, yeah.
Because I was already here.
And Guapo's known him a lot longer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when he was first.
And I have to say, that's not his lie unless he told that to Megan. That's not his lie. That's her lie. Where did she get that shit from? Because it's not true. So either she made it up herself or Jeremy told her that after, everything he's done. Buying,
Exactly,
getting ready to buy the condos.
He's going to build a big building there. He wanted to build a house, and he wanted to turn it into a camp, a Christian youth camp.
Yeah, like up in freaking at Skyview.
Yeah, and he was going to leave it to his kids.
So he says. He said that his properties now are in his kid's name. No, they're not. And his kids don't believe that anyway. Well, at least I know one of them don't. It was before the pandemic because the Hoarder House was during the pandemic. Was the Hoarder House during the pandemic?
No, it was not Christian before the pandemic. It was during the pandemic because
wait, the
everyone
pandemic
else
was in
was in
2020.
lockdown except for Florida.
Hold on.
It was 2021.
Hold on. I think, wasn't the pandemic in 2020?
Yeah, that's when it started.
Okay, it was after that because you guys were all at Gatorland during the Hoarder House. So that was either 2021 or 2022. What are we in 2025? I think it's 2022.
All right, Monica.
J Hip reminds me of the Martian on the Flintstones. Oh, he looked at a piece of property that had some camp buildings on it and some zip line stuff on it and talked about buying that. Oh, was that the Girl Scout property? No. That was in Otter Creek. Okay, never mind. For some reason, I thought he was around here. Guapo got the house right after the pandemic started.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't, because they were in lockdown. That's why we couldn't close. That's why closings were taking so long. 2021.
I don't know. I just know that while you were buying it, or while your guys had that bid in on it, and you were closing on, getting ready to close on it.
Right now. I can tell you right now. I can look at a text message. Hold on.
I just remember that it was during Gatorland, May 14th. It's either 2022 or 2021. I have problems. How many got? We got 89 entries, guys. Get your hashtags in. When was Mill to Grill? Mill to Grill had to be the following March or April or something, because I stopped 1, 2, 3 going into Robbie's chat. I mean, not Robbie's chat, Jeremy's chat and doing anything as a mod. Right when that Hoarder House thing happened. And I wasn't removed until like a week or two before Middle Grill. I can't remove myself, or I couldn't at that time, from being a mod. I just never went in there and did anything. But I did go and I said, let me see if he still has me as a mod. And I did, and I was still a mod. Literally up until like a week before Middle Grill. So there's no Lisa was removed as a mod for unethical behavior. What kind of unethical behavior would you be a mod for? I posted freaking links. That's it. I never removed anybody from his chats, nothing. Guy's an asshole. They're just trying to find a reason as to why I don't like him. I don't like you because you act like a freaking victim. And you're a bully. And you lied about Robbie in the Hoarder House.
The Hoarder House was in May of 2022.
That's what I thought. Hi, Big C. Jay Hips, did you get your entry in? He's hiding under a different name.
Hello, Big C.
So, yeah. You can go back and watch it, one of his Sunday Night Lives, and you'll see me posting links. Maybe not even up as far up to the day of the Hoarder House, because I was just so done with them. So I was either in or I'm not in or whatever. But yeah, you'll see. You'll not see me in there after that. I'll tell you that. I was just done with the Maryland Raby stuff. I was just couldn't believe he was going to attack an old woman in any way whatsoever. I don't care what his reasoning was. This woman was trying to sell her property. She's of a certain age. Why are you giving her a problem? Move. You're a freaking landlord yourself. Move. Do you know that he has gone into he has gone and filed eviction cases and threatened people with evictions after them not paying 1 month's rent? They were late on 1 month's rent. And he's filed charges against them. Well, not charges. Lawsuits against them.
YouTube channel.
What?
He cashed in on Maryland Raby. Yeah, he did on YouTube. And that's what I'm saying. That's why he started.
Get swamped.
Did you ever, before that happened, right? Because if that happened, right? He had his warehouse. That was all going on. And, all of a sudden, I think he was talking about moving before she actually wanted to sell the property. I really do. But let's just say he had no intention of moving at all. And she wants to sell the property. And then he started, going back and forth with, wait a minute, and trying to, stay there. And he found out he got more and more views the more he bitched about her. And then he does his own research because he researches all kinds of YouTube storylines and stuff. And that's when he found out. And then all of a sudden, ever since then, he's been going and attacking people.
I started filming with Jeremy. The very first time I filmed with Jeremy was February 18th of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So over a year. Over a year. Yeah. All right, we got 96 entries. Let's get to 100, guys. Drop get swamp channel link, please. Hold, please. Who's got the link? Is anybody in there with the link? Hold on, let me go to it. I don't have links on my thing, but I can go right to it. Get swamped. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. It pulls up your merch thing. There you go.
Bearded Fisherman, I paid.
No problem, Big C. I think Lisa's going to put the link in for you, too.
Yes, I am. I just have to get it on my computer.
Thank you.
It's Get Swamped official,
Yo-Yo
guys. Hold on.
Yo-Yo got it.
Huh?
Yo-Yo
Who got it?
Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo. Who's Yo-Yo?
Flutter.
Flut? You call her Yo-Yo? I never heard you say it before.
Yeah,
Yo-
I've always called her Yo-Yo.
I don't call her Yo-Yo. She's Flut.
No, that's Yo-Yo.
That's
Yo,
Flut.
No, that's Yo-Yo. Maybe Flut for you, but it's Yo-Yo for me.
96. Get him in there.
Oh,
Hashtag
Shonda.
Leslie Rocks.
Hello, Shonda.
Hi, Shonda. Where's Mike? Is Mike still here? Mike, I responded to your email. Pull him up, pull him up, oh, pull him up. All right, we're at 97. Get him in there.
Thank you, Jenny.
Oh, by the way, guys, for those who, when I told you that your packages were in a different folder, and that's why those went out, just so y'all know. So be looking for your packages. Yeah, I really hope J Hip don't win. Just so you know. Just so you know, because I don't think he deserves to be in here after bitching about it. There he goes. We just hit 100. Oh, Lisa, did you get my email? Yes, I did, Melissa. Thank you.
No, we didn't. We're at 101.
Oh, 101. Yeah,
No, you
everybody,
don't want to be on the
thank you.
101. That's a parking lot.
For F's sakes, she's not a yo-yo. She's Flutterbug. She's Flut. Here, she's Flut.
She's Yo-Yo.
No, it's Yo-Yo.
No, she's Flut. She's been Flut since Crayola called her Flut.
Dude, we called her Yo-Yo way before that.
Don't care on this channel. She's Flut. It's a Crayola thing. Leave them alone. Big C, Leslie Rocks. Thank you. Well, he'll have to give you his address to receive. Now, yeah, that would be true. But if he's under a different name, who knows? You know what I mean? Todd waiting for his package. Leslie Rocks. We're still at 101. Okay. Take your time on the giveaway. I'm in no rush. Make sure that you have your notifications on. Yep. Thank you. Let's go. Spade just wanted to go. Is it Spade? Spade, are you J Hip?
Oh. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Type a 1 in the chat if you're J Hip. They're all going to type it now. Yeah, he was bitching. I wait 10 minutes. She takes an hour. Yes. Why? Because I can. He would have to give his address. Well, that's okay. See ya. Polymop, stay hip. Tina, stay hip. I was gonna do a poll actually about Shocket because I really think that we need to, discuss Shocket since everybody wants to talk about everybody else's lawyers. Jeremy's got the worst lawyer there is. Let me ask you something, Robbie. Do you think that he admitted his information in regards to being not allowed to obtain a law license in Arkansas and why to the Florida bar? Or do you think that he omitted it and they didn't check on him and they allowed him to have a license anyway?
This is okay. This is my opinion and my opinion only.
Yeah.
He went to get the bar license in Arkansas, got rejected.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he came to Florida and omitted to, maybe just forgot to mention that part.
Right. I think so too. I'm in agreement with you. I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
because
just
he's a
my
shady
opinion.
character to begin with. So I think that they might need to look that up.
I would have to say.
I mean, I don't think it matters how long of a lawyer you are if you defrauded the bar. Now, I'm not saying he did. It's just my opinion. That's quite a possibility. But I think it's important. He stole from the government, guys.
I just
Why
don't
is this not
understand
big
how
news?
Arkansas would turn him down and Florida would let him.
Me either.
Yeah.
And they should see that he was
When you're
turned down.
defrauding the government.
Thing is,
Yeah.
when he went to go apply for it in Florida, they should have been able to see that. Hey, wait a second. Why was he denied up here?
Yeah.
They don't need him to tell them that he was denied because Florida, when they did a background on him, it should have shown that he was denied
Right.
in another state.
So you think that it's possible that Florida just ignored it?
Possibly, in my opinion.
Okay. That's a good valid
Because
one.
opinions are
Good
like
valid
bubbles.
point.
They all smell different.
But they don't.
You're right. I think it is in the public interest to know. I mean, we know all this information about all these other attorneys, right?
Because they do for a realtor licenses and whatnot.
Right. They should.
Okay, you're right there.
But he may
They
not
do
have
it
told
for
them that he
realtor
applied
licenses.
in Arkansas.
You can't be a realtor here in this state and then go to another state and just assume you can be a realtor just because you have a realtor license in this state. You actually have to apply for it in each state.
Well, the question
That's
is,
a good
where did he
point
actually
there.
where did he get his law degree?
That's the question.
I don't think he got it in
Cracker Jack
Arkansas.
box.
I'm not sure. I did know at one point, but like I said, so much information
That's
goes
just like
through. I
being
want to be correct. I
Being a
have to go back and look.
contractor, a GC,
I have
a
papers, guys.
subcontractor, you have to have it in
Please,
every
since
state.
Meg wants to run her flapper, please pay her sweet bangs video. Which one? The one where she's asking for breadsticks, or the one where someone's talking sweet nothings to her?
Wait, he got his law degree in Missouri?
That's what somebody said up above.
That's what I think. I think he got it in Missouri, and then he went for the bar in
Missouri?
Arkansas, and they turned him down. So they probably went by Missouri and checked his whatever they needed to
They
check,
didn't
and didn't
wanna win
even
the
think
Rocky
of
Horror.
Arkansas. Who knows? That might have been dental
State's so
college.
sick of it, he doesn't even want to win the rock.
Yeah. But he's not going to come forward with any information. He doesn't say shit. He
Good
doesn't
night,
say a
John.
word.
God bless and pray.
Good night, John Caps.
What time is it?
All right, so
135.
we're at 105, guys. We are going to draw this. Woo. That's already not 100. We need to know for sure. I think it's important to know. I think people need to know. Is this guy practicing law, and making all kinds of money? Because, hey, look, if he's been charging Jeremy how long for a year? $340,000 to do what exactly? Like that's $340,000 worth of work, really, and he hasn't even like been in court yet for this. Okay. Anyway, so if he's charging people crazy money like that, I mean, we know he's greedy because of what he did with his dental practice. That alone, I mean, doesn't change people, right? He doesn't even admit to he was wrong for doing it, and that's stated by the Arkansas bar. He doesn't admit to it, and he went even further than doing what he originally did. He still tried to make money off the deal. So wrong. Guy's a greedy dude. So the question is, how many people has he been ripping off? If that's, what he's been doing with his money, that, in my opinion, how many people has he been doing it to?
They do background
If
checks.
he's been doing it, how many people has he been doing it? So I think it's questionable to learn whether or not he's legitimately a licensed lawyer here. I mean, yeah, he has a license, but was it done in good faith?
Why wouldn't it?
Because
Arkansas
is going to say no, you don't.
In
get
my
it.
opinion,
And that's it.
it's
End of story.
important, but some people may not think
They're
so.
not making a
Places do
folder
not
of
pay
every
your
place
fees,
he
man.
applied. If he had one in Arkansas,
If he's the end of what?
taken away in
Today's
Arkansas.
time, it wouldn't even be on paper. It'd be in the computer system that it showed he applied up there.
For your
Right, but
lawyer
it was-
fees? What do you
they're
mean,
not
Silver?
doing that.
If it's in a data system, not on paper.
Lisa, I was contacted earlier that either got caught or in the middle of getting caught, and it's from a serious witness, and the information's coming out very soon. So, Lisa, that's a fact, Jack. Got caught or getting caught in the middle of getting caught. What do you mean? What? Who got caught?
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I know Michelle knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's some states that just don't work.
Nope.
with each other.
Try Shellbell is a Missouri hillbilly. What? Now we have Missouri hillbilly there.
This state doesn't want to work with this state.
I
That's
can't
why
hear what
state
Scott's
over there,
saying.
Today's time is, being in a computer system, it wouldn't take up that much space.
Yeah.
Well, he's been a lawyer for over 20 years. So the application for even if you looked at a new one now, you don't know I don't know what it says on it, but it's probably changed throughout the years, Yes, for lawyer fees, sure.
Yeah,
He is wanting to pay his lawyer fees.
every couple years, I think.
Yeah. Each lawyer is different. They can take, pro bono cases or contingency cases. And they can set fees, they can set payments, they can make whatever arrangements with their client that they want, Jeremy makes it seem like he's paying him off. He's laid out all this money. Like this week he paid 20 grand. Now we're up to this much money. And his total now is 340 from what I understand is what he's saying. Plus he's got people sending Randy money in the mail. He's getting cash in his mail for his lawyer fees. I mean, only tip more for another rock. We're already at 108. We've hit it. So we're gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hold on. Let's do it.
Psych.
I think we only, we let J Hip last a little long. Right? Well, has it been an hour now? But it's been
talk for another 10 minutes.
Just kidding.
You think we can talk? You think we can talk? All right, let's do it. Let's talk for another 10 minutes. We'll make them wait a little longer. Hey Jay, if you want, we'll wait a few more minutes. You can go pee now. Go use the restroom. We'll wait for you. We will. We'll wait for you. Go ahead. You can go pee now. Sorry to be a little graphic with that, but hey, we all do it, right?
Miami of Ohio or Miami of Florida?
Mm-hmm. Because there is two of them.
I don't
Which is
believe
really
he
weird.
has, but he makes that in a month. He makes more than that in a month, Silver. So no one should be worried about that. At least alone his peeps. Yeah, you know what? It would be a good time to go ahead, J Hip. Go ahead.
All right, hurry up, do it now.
She was cruising along, telling it right. One-liners landing, timing tight. In the zone, owning the mic with a rhythm that felt just right. But then came a laugh she didn't expect. A snort, a shake, a side effect. Eyes got wide, her sway got stiff. A little bounce, a shift. Just a little wiggle, just a little wiggle, trying to sit still, but her seat's gone fickle. Just a little wiggle, just a little wiggle, she's clenching her focus while losing her giggle. She keeps on talking, dodging the doom, but she's rocking in place like there's bass in the room. And then it happens, she breaks the tease. Mid-sentence, she whispers, hold please. She's gone for a beat, maybe two, maybe four, then back with a smile like nothing before. Hair a bit wild, breath a bit short, but her voice lands smooth like a comeback's. Just a little wiggle, just a little wiggle, we all got caught in life's little pickle. Just a little wiggle, just a little wiggle, you heard it here, straight from the middle. Okay, now where were we?
It's just music.
Oh my God.
Just a little wiggle. You all right, John? Don't laugh. Where's J-Hip? Where's J-Hip? I did.
Those were for
It
the
took a minute.
Teletubbies.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 11 entries. Got 1, 11 entries. Go. Bye. Oh my God, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Ray, Kathy. Oh my God, what was I thinking? Funny guys. Shell Bell, Michelle, Babs, Francis. Francis gets it. Whoop whoop. Congratulations, Francis. Let me get my giveaways here. Sweet. Francis gets it. Whoop whoop. Awesome. Hold please.
Oh,
Where's my
the
pen?
Jay-Z blues.
Oh, he lost. He lost again. He lost again. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry, J-Hat. You lose. I couldn't believe it. When I heard that, I'm like, this guy is such a pain. It really bothers him. Get over it. If you have an issue with, you can do giveaways on your channel. Go for it. Why don't you give your people something back? God. If y'all want to try and talk about other people's channels, they can run it. You know, I'm very nice and I interact with the people that are here, and we're a family. We don't hate people. Okay, we don't spread hate here. Sorry, that's what all you guys do. You guys can go enjoy over there. You don't deserve any winnings over here. So if you are doing that and I find out it is you, you're not going to get it. I can tell you that right now because you don't deserve it. I'll give it to somebody else. You're not going to come here and try and win free stuff and be so hateful. You know? Francis! Whoop whoop. Surprise. Giveaway. What is today's date? I just want to make sure I put that. Oh, today is Gabe's mama's birthday. Now it's midnight. Just a little wiggle. Just a little wiggle. You hate me, Lisa. You call me J-Hip. Well, you know, I don't hate anybody. I don't like J-Hip. But are you J-Hip? I don't know. J-Hip could be anybody. I could be friendly with you constantly every day, and in reality, you could actually be him. Shit, we could be talking to Germ here, and we don't even know it. You know what I mean? Germ could be using his best side, and he could be someone we have no idea, but we talk to all the time in here. It's crazy, but it's true. Lisa might be Martha. Yeah, no, I'm not. I've proven that.
Yeah. Definitely not.
Laugh at Meg Sweet Bangs video, please. I'm not going to put that up right now. For reasons I have to figure out if I can put it back up again, actually. It's all parody and it's all fun and games and stuff. I have to go watch it again. Just want to make sure. We vent in silly ways, not maliciously. Like J Hip is a big doo-doo dork. Yep, you're correct, Lori. He's a big doo-doo dork. See Lisa Wise, stay home. Yeah. Call you Germ. Okay, so Spade's Germ now. Enjoy.
Just like all these people over there, I could care less who they are.
Yeah. Look, if you're in here and you're, having fun and enjoying time with us, that's fine, If maybe Germ wants to escape his like fake reality world over there and just be real for once. That's why he's hanging out in here pretending to be somebody else and just having fun conversation. You never know. He's that weird.
Yeah, that's not him. Trust me.
I know. Hey, I'm trying to throw something decent out there. You never know, though. You never know. Hey, Melissa.
A couple times.
Todd's like, Spade, I won't insult you like that. We're messing with Spade. Then why do I wear pads? Good way to get yourself blocked. Call me Germ.
Big C.
We don't block people unless they cause problems. That's it. Or you get timed out. Cause problems, we're not dealing with it. Too much of it happened at once. Otherwise, normally we wouldn't care, right? You want to cause a little bit of whatever, yeah, fine. Time you out, see you later. But too much of these freaking trolls are out that sometimes we just don't tolerate it at all, and bye. Because you ruin the chat for everybody. That's mainly the reason. Spade messes with you. Get him, Lisa. Yeah, Spade messes with me all the time. Lisa, if Megan does get to life-size Muppets of Travis and Jeremy, can John and Michelle do anything about it? Is that what she said she was going to do? Why would... hold on. Megan's going to get 2 life-size Muppets of Travis and Germ. Can John... You mean I can put it on what? On TubeTown? The way they did that cardboard cutout? She said she's going to do that? I don't think the Muppets would bother John and Michelle. I just think she'd be an idiot for doing that. That's all. It doesn't matter. There's a fence there now. But that would be her in an attempt to fuck with John and Michelle. See what I'm saying? Like, it's all fun and games when you're talking about it, but if she actually did that, that's a little twisted. I think she's a little twisted. I think she's been sitting behind her computer a little too long. I think when she's doing yoga, she needs to stop watching, dramatic things on, the YouTube. Yes, for U-Town to annoy the family. Did she actually say that? For YouTube to annoy the family. When did she say that? Tonight? That girl, she's just as twisted as the rest of them. I don't know how Volpe worked with her.
I don't know either, but I'm telling you one thing I do know is I'm falling asleep. So
yeah, well,
we have an early meeting.
What time is it anyway? Oh my god, it's almost 2 anyway. It's 10 to 2.
Yeah, I gotta take Scott to the hotel and then get back here.
Yeah, if that is true, please send me the information on that because I'd like to have that. That's kind of like threatening, malicious behavior from Megan. That's kind of sick and twisted. She is sick and twisted. Hello, Turtle Territory. She's definitely sick and twisted.
All right. Good night, everybody. Exactly. God bless and prayers. And we will see you tomorrow night.
Yes.
And
yeah,
John's
tomorrow night. Guess what? 8 o'clock.
No, I am.
Scooter's with us tomorrow night.
Yeah. Everybody's saying good night to me too. I guess I'll go with you too. It is 10 to 2. All right, guys. So I will not be live unless there's news tomorrow. It is Friday. You never know. There could be some kind of court thing that happens. We'll find out. If so, I'll pop on before Robbie goes live. But otherwise, I'll be back on Saturday night at 10 o'clock. Robbie will be live, as just said, from 8 o'clock on. I don't know. If I don't go live tomorrow afternoon and I'm awake, maybe we'll do an after hours. Who knows? But you can definitely expect me to be here Saturday night at 10. Definitely go and check out our mods. Thank you guys so much for being here with us.
On Spade.
And they do this all the time. Spade does this all the time. Tells me to wait all the time. Anyway, so thank you. Prayers out to everybody who needs them. Prayers out to my cousin.
Good night, everybody. Love you all. God bless
Hopefully
Preston.
she
Get
gets
swamped.
her energy back real soon.
Good
And hopefully
night.
Kendra comes
Ta-ta for
on.
now.
He doesn't even hear
Bye-bye.
me. He doesn't even hear me.
Bye.
Anyway, guys, have a great night. I will see you somewhere tomorrow. If it's not on here on Get Swamped, I'm back on Saturday. Bye. See, he did it too fast. He's supposed to wait for me. Because I do the buys and the buys just like because he started it. I do the buys, then I say the ta-ta, and someone says toodaloo. There it is, Flutter. Toodaloo. Have a good night, guys. And by the way, whoever had a birthday today or tomorrow, I know Gabe's mom's birthday is today, so I'm just going to do a quick happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Because I didn't do it at all today. Have a great night. Have a great day, guys. Bye. Do it again, Flut. Do it again. And I see it goes. Bye. Ta-ta. There it is. Terry did it. Everybody's doing it. Toodaloo. Bye-bye.